Call Jason, Tuscaloosa Realtor.
Calling Jason Realtor.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Tell me about this portfolio you have. What's going on?
Man, so I've had it on the market for a while. The biggest objections have just been that only 2 or 3 of the units are occupied, and then there's some rehab needed on some of the others. 3 of the 4 need light rehab. 1 needs light to medium rehab. In a Section 8 conservative estimate on all 7, I have probably about $10,500 to $11,000 in gross rent. So
now, what are the 2 out of the addresses you sent me? What are the 2 that are occupied? Because I think the concern here would be we have different types of investors for different strategies. So one investor might want to flip based on the condition you've described, and one investor might just want to buy a turnkey property. So I guess we'll start with the 2 that are occupied and see if we can hit a 20% cash on cash return there. So do you know the address of those 2?
I don't. It's going to be of the documents I sent, there should be rent rolls and kind of like a lineup of when people moved in. And I just don't have that in front of me.
Okay, let me go ahead and check that out. Do you know the price point of these houses approximately?
Yeah, we're about to drop it to $114 a house.
$114 a house. Okay. Do you have any idea what it might be renting out for the 2 that are occupied? Like maybe $1,200, $1,300?
Yeah, it's in that range.
Okay. So if a house is renting out for maybe $1,300, my buyers pull the trigger on something like that at roughly $75,000 if we get it at 70. So, I'm not sure we're going to be completely aligned on price, but I can definitely submit offers on a couple of them.
Mm-hmm. He can't go that low. I mean, I can go ahead and tell you he can't go that low.
Yeah, it's just a cash on cash return thing. If the stock market beats a real estate investment, people are going to choose the stock market all day long. It's less risky, less work too. So we got to hit a 20% for the most part. But as far as the ones that are distressed, if there's a potential for fix and flip, we could do something. However, usually the ARV for properties like that's like 100,000. So if he's looking for 100,000 for them and they're distressed, that's going to be a challenge as well. Do you think he'd rather hold on to it than create to finance them?
I mean, yeah, he would. The ARV on those would definitely be more than 100,000 in these areas. It'd be probably 140, 145, 150.
And what do you think we could get him for?
I mean, he wants to sell all 7 as a package. He's not really interested in breaking things up.
Yeah, hard because of the strategies.
I know. Yeah, I know. That's why it's been on the market for a while. It is a hard portfolio.
Yeah, I would say if we could separate them by the type of investment that they require, type of investor, I should say, there might be something there. The turnkey ones with tenants in place, that's going to be a challenge. The distressed ones, there might be something there. So I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and check out the distressed ones based on the email you sent me, and I'll see if I can get you an offer on those.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, perfect. And how do I know which ones are distressed? I'm looking
like
right
I said,
now.
It should be. There should be kind of a like a history in the files I sent you.
Looks like I'm looking at a lead-based paint disclosure. I see the 7 addresses. I'll tell you what, if you can tell me which out of the 7 need rehabs, I can get you offer for those. It's going to be a challenge, though, if we can't do those separate from the other ones. So I guess first just ask them, hey, would you be open to selling the distressed ones separately? And would you be open to selling the turnkey occupied ones separately? And if so, we can revisit this.
Okay, yep.
Perfect.
I talked to him today, so I knew he's around. So I'll see if I can get an answer from him this afternoon, and I'll shoot you a text back.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
That's a realtor who hits me up from time to time. I bought his house, 7605 Merganser in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I guess that doesn't quite align with the narrative we have going on in the Instagram chat right now. But thanks for following, man. I do appreciate it. If you'd like the portfolio, let me know. Anyways, you know, you start to hear certain things in a phone call that lets you know exactly where you need to be. So he tells me Alabama, and I'm thinking like, okay, this is probably a Huntsville, Birmingham type situation. And then we got rents in place for $1,300. And guys, what do we know about rents of $1,300? You pretty much need it for like 70,000 and sell for 75,000. And he's asking 100, and I'm like, okay, well, we can get that out of the way. And then the second problem is, well, some of them are distressed and some of them are turnkey. But the thing is, buyers don't usually mix and match like that. Usually it's I buy turnkey houses and I buy distressed houses, but I don't really do them together. Largely because the type of the loan is different. You know what I mean? When you buy a distressed house, you're getting a hard money loan. But when you buy a turnkey house, you're getting a DSCR loan. So it's just like there's not a whole lot to do there. There's just not a whole lot to do there. So I bought his deal probably 2 years ago, and he hits me up to this day. So I guess it's cool to see that a realtor is just going to continue to follow up with the people they know who buys houses. Anyways, guys, I've got a call day today. Is that cool? Are you guys cool with that? You guys cool with a call day? I will do questions. It's just like 2 hours of calls, like probably 2 hours of nonstop calls. What do you think? Yeah? They're going to be almost all creative finance. We did a lot of cash yesterday. In fact, we'll follow up with our cash deal from yesterday. And then we also had a realtor hit us back about a house in Cleveland. So I've got a couple things to do, guys. I'm going to be all over the place today. You're just going to see a fully raw, unedited wholesale session, and then I'll take questions afterwards. I'm hoping that I can get a yes or at least an interested party, a ball in motion during this calling session. I'm probably going to spend about 2 hours. I'll let everybody know here. At everyone, I'm spending the next 2 hours cold calling realtors and sellers. Come watch. We'll do a Q&A session after. All right. Okay. Audio good. Camera good. Everything okay. I've worked with Richard, and he'll tell you the same thing. I'm a member of Hold My Hand Wholesale, his paid group. I see him asking for role players. Yeah, I do ask for people to role play. We did role plays yesterday. I tried to call some realtors. We didn't get a hold of anybody. So students calling, is that what you're saying? I guess the word I'm refers to me. So when I put in a comment in the chat that says I'm going to, if you're referring, I will do a brief English lesson here. If you're referring to other people, you might refer to them as they or they're doing something. And when you refer to yourself, it's going to be kind of like a I'm doing something. Hope that clears things up. Okay. We'll start with some cash. We'll start with some cash, guys. Start with a little bit of cash deals here. We're live on YouTube. Yes, we're live on YouTube. Okay. So okay. Who is this realtor here? 4070 East 141st. 4070 East 141st. Starting off strong with a deal in Cleveland, Ohio. This needs a full rewire. And they've just dropped the price for me to 52. I think they were at 55, and gosh, I mean, a week later, they're like, well, we could do 52. We could do 52. What about straight up land? I don't do land. I've only done like 1 or 2 land deals, and it was part of a single family. There was just a parcel of land, and the seller was like, well, I want to sell this house. And I remember we did a deal in Cleveland, Ohio. I sold it to like a kid. He was like 19 years old. But it was a house and there was a piece of land next to it. So we contracted both, and anyways. I'm not really a land guy, but that's not to say that land isn't profitable. I just don't really do it. My buddy Max Deer on Instagram, he likes to do that though. All right. So, at first glance, it doesn't look like a tremendous job in this property. However, it needs a full rewire. So it's actually got a new roof and new windows on it, but the rewire is like $20K alone. It also needs plumbing work. So kind of a pain here. We'll comp it, see if anything pops up. They're telling me I can get this thing at $52,000 right now. I think we need to be closer to 45. I'm gonna be real. I think it's probably closer to 45,000. Okay. First we need to know what the property is. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath. Can we get the square footage? One reason I love to comp in Cleveland, Ohio is because you just have so many comps. When you comp in Detroit, especially for multifamily properties, it's always a bit of a like, I wonder what is this going to sell for? But for Cleveland, it's great. So we're looking at a 2,100 square foot 4.2 duplex. 2,100 square foot 4.2 duplex. Great. The rehab is $50K. We've already had this property inspected. I came back, I told them what the rehab was going to be, and they're like, actually, the realtor, let me read you what the realtor said, because the realtor is actually superb. You know what she said? She said, I know your offer is more than fair for the condition of the home. I just think the seller needs a little bit of time to realize that he's not going to get any better than that. The realtor is on my side. So I'm on the same side as the realtor. I hate seeing you on my For You page so much. You're so annoying. I know, but I'm on your For You page. That's what I'm talking about. Anyways, I may be annoying, but I'll teach you how to make money. Okay, so that's really rare to have a realtor on your side saying, you're right. It does need to be here. It does need to be here, but the seller's just not budging. So I told the realtor, I was like, wow, you're a great realtor for saying that. Thank you. I totally understand. And we should just follow up in the future. Come about a week and a half later, she's like, price drop. We can do 52,000 now. And I was like, okay. All right. 2,100 square foot, 4.2, built 1926. Yes, built 1926. Let's do some comping. My buddy Nick called me today and he's like, how do you comp houses? Nick, you better be in this live stream. You better be in this live stream, dog. I'm comping right now. Sold. Okay. Let's price high to low. We are already priced high to low. Let's do past 12 months. We are already past 12 months. And look at the plethora of comps we have here. I'll go. This is a triplex right here. That's a triplex. You see the 2 doors? Triplex. This is a duplex, 2 bathrooms, duplex. This is a duplex. This is a duplex. I say we comp with. Damn, I guess we use these 4 comps. sometimes I second guess myself in using comps because I'm like, damn, this is going to put my ARV so damn high. It's going to put my ARV so damn high because see the small square footage, 1682. When the square footage is small, the price per square foot is high. So we're looking at 84 for our first comp. What is 84? 84 is my price per square foot. This is how appraisers comp. Appraisers have comping rules. This is how they do it. Next comp is looking at another $80 per square foot, $80 per square foot. Next comp is looking at another, this will be low, probably 55 to 65. Yep, 59. Why 59 per square foot? Well, look at the square footage, high square footage, low sales price, but you got to take that comp to even things out, right, guys? Checking your interior condition, you know, sometimes it can just happen like that. You can see that this, well, wait a second. That's kind of a trash rehab. You got to use it though. You got to use it. When I say trash, it's just the carpet on top. They didn't really do a good job, but other than that, you know, it's okay. I guess you got to use it. And then we got this last one here. This is going to be high as shit. I'm guessing like 92. 93. Wow. Look at that Rain Man right there. Okay. 93, 316 divided by 4. Just take your average of the price per square foot. Average is 79. Multiply your 79 by 2090. Puts you at 165 ARV. And see, I kind of have a problem with that. This is a triplex that sold for 165, but you also got this duplex that sold for 215. I didn't even use this because it's just like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. No way we're getting that. We're not getting 215. So I'll call it 160. I'll call it 160. Let's do the math. $160,000 for my ARV multiplied by 0.65. Harry likes to use 0.6. I'll do Harry's method first. Multiplied by 0.6 and then subtract your $50,000 rehab, and that's your offer. So Harry wants it at 46. We're at 52. That's kind of what my conclusion was. Harry would buy something like this at $46,000. We're at 52. Let's do my calculation. So if I buy this thing for $52,000, maybe I could get it for 50, but we'll run it at 52. If I buy this thing for $52,000, I have $5,000 in origination and closing costs. I have $50,000 in rehab. I've got probably another $5,000 in holding costs. So we're looking at an all-in of, are we going to add today or probably not? Oh, we're just no. Okay. All right. Hold on. 52,000 plus $5,000 plus $50,000 equals plus $5,000 equals. So I'd be in it for 112 and I'd sell for like, I can't guarantee that I'd sell for 160. We can check our, Section 8 rent to kind of see what we'd get there. Harry's telling me he does actually get real Section 8 rent. So I'm going to go to Ohio on this website, and then I'm going to go to Cuyahoga County, and we're looking at Section 8 rent of $1,250 per side, $2,500. Yeah, the cash on cash return doesn't support the ARV of 160. Your cash on cash return of a $2,500 house or $2,500 per month, and you're selling for 160. No, I'll show her the math. Here's the math on it. ARV is about $160,000. We'd multiply ARV by 0.6, which gets us to, what's 160 times 0.6? $96,000 less rehab of $50,000, and we're at 46K by price. I think we're really close. I'd just give it a bit more time. Okay. Is that? Oh, and I got one more to follow up with. My one more to follow up with is the one that I've been really hoping I get. This is going to be in Detroit. It would be Sanford Street in Detroit. So okay. This is this property here. I've been really wanting to buy this. I'm going to call the realtor. He's really hard to get a hold of. I don't know why. Bro is literally Eeyore. He's just sad and angry all the time, but we'll call.
Good afternoon, your accident. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I was hoping to be transferred to the listing agent of 11461 Sanford, Ryan Kane.
Sure, give me 1 moment. I'll transfer you over to Ryan.
Thank you so much. The reason I call his...
Your call.
The reason I call the brokerage is because bro doesn't pick up his phone.
7 3.
See that? He just declined the call. Dude, just say, hey, don't talk to me. We don't want your offer, even though you're 10K below list. Just say that. Just say, we don't want your offer. Did you text me? Come on, bro. Just pick up the phone.
7.
Yeah, he declined my call. I'm pretty much giving them their asking price. All he has to do is say, we don't want our asking price. Just say, we don't want our asking price. And it's so easy. It's so easy. They're listed for 65. I'm the end buyer and I'm paying 55. I've already inspected the property. I've waived my inspection. I'm submitting non-refundable EMD on day one. Okay. We'll do the rest of my calls now. So I've got a ridiculous amount of leads from social media. I hired a new virtual assistant to get back to my DMs, and I have so many. Okay. So I'm going to read some of these messages. I've seen you come across my page many times. I just saw a video you talking about a lady putting her property into a trust and taking over the mortgage, so house back if the renter defaults. I have a house in Florida. I'd like to consider the process. How can we connect? Great. Here's his address. It's in Kissimmee. Is that how you say it? Kissimmee? Kissimmee? I don't think it's Kissimmee. Actually, I think it is Kissimmee, but there's no E after the S. Avoid realtors altogether. I wish. Sandering? Why can't I find this thing? We just don't. Come on, show me the house. Okay, we're just going to go in blind. His name's James. We're going in blind.
Thank you for calling Connecting America. If you're looking for service.
Sanderling Street. I think he gave me the wrong address. I can't find it. Let's try to shoot him a text. Message. Hey, James. This is Richard Taylor from TikTok. Just calling you about Sanderling Street, which I can't find. I can't find Sanderling Street. Haines City. That's really strange. I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. Okay, next. Next one is I'm planning on selling my house. I'd love to not go through a realtor. My address is in Longview, Washington. Skip. Can't close deals in Washington. And if you're like, can't close deals in Washington, yeah, creative finance in Washington, there's not a single title company that will do creative finance. And before you say you have a title company that will do creative finance, no, you don't. And it's like, what do you mean? I called Pace Morby's title company, or my TC did, and it was like, hey, y'all are Pace Morby's title company, right? Can you close in Washington? They're like, no. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, but I guess we can look at it. This is the address, Longview, Washington. She bought it. Yeah, she's probably got a high rate. No, it doesn't even make sense anyways. She's got a high rate. It'd have to be $0 down. It's not in the best part of Washington either. It's in Longview, and it's a 2-1. No, I don't think so. Hey, I have a house in Norman, Oklahoma, right near Oklahoma University campus. I got out of the military on an FHA loan at 3%. I fell behind on my payments. I'm trying to fix it, but I'm wanting to move back to Illinois. The house does need some repairs. I bought in 2021, a day before the market boom. Wow. I mean, he's low-key right about that. He has a 3% interest rate. That is appealing to me. That could be something right there. Okay, here's the house. Might cash flow based on the price and the time he bought it. We might be looking at a little bit of cash flow here. So Norman, Oklahoma. Okay. House is worth 200 and oh, it says you owe 60, bro. You owe 60K on your loan? He is behind on payments, so it's like he's going to lose the house. Notice of abatement lien. I think it's a good property. The only concern here is he owes 68 on the house and it's worth like 200,000. How did you do that, bro? Because VA loans are $0 down. Did you really put down 100,000? Oh my God, Ryan Kane is calling me back. My heart rate is going crazy. This is the yes I've been waiting for. If I get this, I'm going to flip the house and make $45,000, $50,000. Richard Taylor. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Ryan?
I'm all right. Okay, so the mortgage on the property is higher than the owner originally told me. She thought it was around 45. It's actually just a hair under 49.
Okay.
There's at least a $1,500 outstanding water bill. And I have not had time yet to check on light, back taxes, and all that. So at 55, I don't think there's going to be room to. I don't think I'm going to be able to make 55 work. I mean, the seller would be paying out of pocket.
Okay.
Do you have any flexibility on your price? I mean, she's basically willing to let this go at where she's not getting any money back. She just wants out of it. But obviously she's.
How far in?
She's like,
how far in back taxes are we?
That's what I'm saying. I don't. No, there shouldn't. I don't even know why I said that. It's a mortgage. There's no back taxes.
Okay.
There shouldn't be.
So at 55,
we're looking at taxes prorated. And anytime I, do a deal like this, I'm not taking this full 6%. I'm going to cut it a little bit. You know, I got to make this work. So I got to kind of play with all the numbers, but let me kind of plug everything in and get you what the number I think would make it work, and then I'll get back to you.
Well,
but
let's say she takes,
in principle, she's agreed.
Okay. So let's say she takes 55. I mean, is 5% commission acceptable to you and your brokerage?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
If she takes if she takes 55,000, and 5% comes out the top, it looks like she'd still make a couple $1,000s on the sale. I tell you what, though,
not after you pay. So she's got to pay your, the title insurance policy, the tax prorations, the $1,500 water bill. It's going to be really tight.
All right, tell her. Tell her 56. Tell her 56 if we can make something happen in the next day.
I don't want to tell her anything. I'm sorry, man. I've been on the road all day today and I'm still out. I'm going to be out for a few more hours. Let me get in front of my computer and plug all this into my spreadsheet and make it, because I want to make this work. She wants to make it work. And if we there's a very good chance we'll have to make a last minute adjustment anyway, but I want to just get a real number to you and to her and say, hey, this is what it is. And then we can go from there.
Okay. You can tell her.
She's agreed in principle. Like she's good with it.
Okay.
We got to make she just doesn't want to pay out of pocket to sell it.
You let me know if it's something that we can do. I'd really love to close on something soon. My project's about to hit the market, and I like to have another one lined up while the other one's on the market.
Yeah, no, we'll have this. Yeah, I mean, you can consider this a done deal, man. As long as it's not going to be much off of 55. And I don't, I want to, unless the only thing I'm thinking of is like if there's a bunch of blight violation fees, which typically my title company requires those be paid by the seller at closing. But you could always, take them and not have them paid if there's, if there was like $2,000 or $3,000 worth of those. I don't know if there are any at all. So I haven't had a chance to look into that, today. But so let me just do kind of all my due diligence and, cause I really don't want there to be any surprises.
No worries.
I know she wants to get it done. I know you're motivated and you want to get it done. So just consider it, we've got a deal, kind of like a handshake agreement here. I gotta run all the numbers and make sure that,
get her a net sheet. Get her a net sheet and see if we can make something happen.
That's what I got to do.
Perfect. Yep. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll just follow up maybe same time tomorrow.
Sounds good, sir. I should have that. I'm hoping to have all that done tonight. So you might even get a text from me later today saying, hey, because this is kind of where we're at, and we'll go from there.
Great. I've already got the rehab estimate for my contractor, so we're fully good to go. And you can still waive my inspection, EMD day 1 and such.
Awesome. Sounds good. Thank you.
Great. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Remember I had a series of take this individual from I'm working a job to retired by March. It's almost March and this is the second deal. And if the one I have now closes and this one turns out how I think it's going to turn out, no more work. And then I will post a YouTube video on that series. So I'm doing a series behind the scenes, guys. I've been filming for it for the past couple months. And, we've done 3 flips. This is the third flip that we've done. And essentially, I'm taking an individual from working a full-time job, no real estate experience, to I cash flow enough to not work. And I have enough liquid to quit my job and just go in this full-time. So I'm really excited to post the series. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but I've been going through the flipping process for the past like 4 or 5, probably 5 months now. I got robbed by my contractor on the first one. He was clinically insane. If you want to see that video, go ahead and see it. It's on you can go watch it about a month ago on my, on my TikTok and Instagram. And then, second one went well, a couple robberies, but nothing major. I think one of my takeaways was don't put your furnaces in until you're done. But yeah, we had the furnaces stolen. That was unfortunate. A little, I think $6,000 reset right there. But anyways, I'm pretty excited about that, guys. I'm pretty excited to go under contract for that because as soon as this one sells, next one's in the works, and that's just a perfect turnaround. Perfect turnaround. I'm a very skilled mechanic and handyman. Love to join and be a part of the team and learn. Well, the team is just deal finders. The team is people finding deals. So if you want to become a deal finder, join Hold My Hand Wholesale. I'll teach you the criteria through these live streams. I've been sharing my screen through this process. So all these people on my, I'm not just talking to Instagram. I'm not just talking to TikTok. I'm talking to about 290 people in my live stream right now. And I'm just walking through the process with them. We're doing calls right now. And next up is a creative finance call on this property right here. This guy's name is Benjamin. I don't really know what he's looking for me to do. He mentioned his mortgage and his loan, but I look up his debt and it looks like he owes 68K and his house is worth 200. So, oh, you know what? Let's do a cash hold. Let's just do cash. Let's do a cash wholesale. I'm going to do a cash wholesale deal on this. So it doesn't make sense for creative finance, but it totally makes sense for cash. Let's comp this for a cash deal really quickly, guys. I think we probably want this at maybe it could be a good fix and flip. Let's figure this out really quickly, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste my zip code into Zillow. I've heard of Norman before. I know it's not like a small area. I know people live there. I think it's Oklahoma City, right? Yeah, it's Oklahoma City. I have a house here. And then let's find out where it is. So zoom out. There's East Lindsay, and then we're there. So I saw an elementary school. That's a good sign. Is that Lindsay? No. Is that Lindsay? No. Oh, man, where's the hell is this? Okay. So hard to find these houses. I got to match it up with this little bend in the road. Let's see if I can find the bend in the road. Yeah, okay, there's the bend in the road. So we're way down. We're closer to this intersection. So there's first little neighborhood, second neighborhood by the green. Okay, so first little neighborhood, second little neighborhood by the green. Perfect. It's got to be right around there. Okay. Colonial Estates Park. There's that interesting shape right there. Let's find that on the map. And then what are we on? We're on Charlotte Court. Oh, well, I guess I just lost that. Charlotte Court. There it is, Charlotte Court. And the estimated value on this bad boy was... Man. I think Oklahoma's non-disclosure too. Can I see the sales here? I don't think I can see the sales here. Oh, yes, you can. Never mind. Sorry. Okay. So here are the sales. 140 right here. Interior is average. Right here, 60. Damn. Right here, 186. Interior flipped. Yeah, you flipped the house. 186 right there. Right here, flipped or average? Average for 155. Okay. Let's check rent in the area and we'll figure out our ARV in just a sec. So let's go to Zillow Rent Estimator. This is probably a cash deal just based on the mortgage here. Although it would be nice to take over the debt, I don't think we can because of kind of what he owes and what it's worth. Good rent. I mean, rent is $1,500. Let's zoom out here. I'm going to draw around the property. We're just going to draw really quick. I'll probably go like here to here to here to here and click apply. Let's note that we are a 4-bed, 2-bath with 1,444 square feet, 4-bed, 2-bath, 1,444 square feet. Okay. Let's do sold in the past 12 months, and let's price these things high to low. Okay. Past 12 months. So that's pretty similar to us, I'd say. That's a 210 right there. 1,400, 3-bed, 2-bath. We're a 4-bed, 2-bath. That is your rental or fix and flip, depending on what you want to do with it. I'm under the impression that we should probably flip it, and I think I have an interested buyer right now, but I am going to rent it out too for the interested buyer. And then I've also gotten the offer. Well, the realtor just called me and quote unquote, he said, you can consider this a done deal. You can consider this a done deal. I just have to get the net sheet out, which is essentially what the seller is going to make. But that's for the second one on Sanford Street. So it looks like the second one is going to be happening. Okay, so this is a good little comp right here, guys. This bad boy sold for 210. It's got nice curbside appeal, but so do we. We have nice curbside appeal too. He's saying it needs a little bit of rehab. This is probably a great fix and flip, guys. Probably a really nice fix and flip. I'm kind of excited. That's a 200K ARV. What else do we have? 200K ARV, and then you got some over here. That's another, yeah, it's above, I think it's above 200, guys. That's a 1240 for 203. Your ARV is probably above, what is that? Must have been something else. What's this guy right here? 3-bed, 2-bath, interior renovated. Yeah, and but different type of property. Look at the house. What is that, a condo? What the hell is this thing? Oh, it's a custom home. Weird. Out here? Custom home out here? I guess. It's kind of cool, don't you think? Look at that. Cool custom home. Wow. Oh, I love the ceilings. Nice. That's a really low price point for a custom home. I'm not going to lie. I wish they did a little bit more of a tasteful rehab because this could be really cool. I guess you can get a custom home for cheap. Okay. So that's not really a comp because it's its own thing. And then you got this guy, which is a comp, and that guy sold for 205. So guys, with the right rehab, shit, we're going to sell for like, God, probably like 240, 230. Because remember, we're a 4.2. So we're probably going to, I'll call it 235. I think your ARV is like 235 on something like this. And now we call the seller. So now I know what now I kind of know where I need to be. This guy's name is Benjamin. He's got a great mortgage. So we'll kind of look at both options. It's in Norman.
Hello.
Hey, is this Benjamin?
It is.
Hey, Benjamin, this is Richard. You texted me about Charlotte Court in Norman, Oklahoma. I'm the guy who does real estate on TikTok.
Yeah, I know. I was just recently watching your live.
Oh, great. Well, I just looked at the property, so I wanted to give you a call and see if we could figure something out here. This is something you're looking to sell?
Yes.
Okay, and have you thought about listing it with a realtor, or what's your game plan for that?
I have, because I just recently got out of the military, so I'm looking to move back home. I haven't listed it with anyone yet. And I know that you are also preference to percentage rates as well. So since I do have a low FHA percentage, I figured that I would just DM you, and here we are.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely interested in it. I looked at it, and it looks like you're in a pretty solid area. I will say though, it looks like you owe only like $68,000 on the loan, and the house is worth way more than that, huh?
I don't believe so, because I only got it in 2021, and I paid $161.5 for it. So
my information is probably wrong then. Public record was saying 68. What's owed on it right now?
Last time I checked, I think it's like a little over 150.
Okay, got it. Okay. And then it might need a little bit of work. I got that in your message. What's it needing right now?
So, things I plan on doing before, like anything, I'm in the middle of like fixing my furnace, and the vents are actually in the, what's the word for it? Foundation. There we go. In the foundation, and I've just recently found out they rusted through, so they have to be swapped up to the ceiling. And when I moved in, the homeowner, the previous ones were supposed to swap out the hot water heater. I had to do that. So there's a brand new tankless hot water heater in the house that I already paid off.
Got it.
But before that, there was flooding damage, and I just have to fix that up too. So
okay. And these are things that you're doing prior to the sale?
I definitely do plan on doing the putting the new motherboard on the furnace and the flooring. I have yet to get quotes for the moving the vents to the ceiling.
Okay, got it. What would you estimate the rehab to be? I guess after you do the things that you're already planning to do, because I'm just kind of asking from my perspective.
Just honestly, some TLC on the bathrooms and with the vents will probably be maybe tops 5 and then 5 to 8. And then the TLC on the bathrooms, maybe like 2. So that's 10. And then that's, I think, about it.
Okay, got it. And that's after you do the things that you're already planning to do.
Yeah. I'd even take those into account.
Sure. Got it. Okay. And then you've got a loan on here, a really nice one at 3 point. What was it?
I believe it's a 3.2.
Nice. That's a really good rate. Did you have any idea what the monthly was on the property?
Yeah, right now I'm paying about
$1,200. Okay.
Yeah, a little over 12.
Got it. And game plan here would be for us to put a tenant into the property. It sounds like rent in the area might be around $1,400-1,500. What do you think? Because I'm not in the area.
That sounds about right. Because I was myself looking into renting out the property myself, and it did say it would range about 14 to 16 for this specific house because it's a 4-bed, 2-bath.
And are we kind of up against the clock here? Because I read that there was some back taxes on the property, or maybe back payments, mortgage payments, something like that.
Yeah, there is a few. We aren't on the clock or anything like that. I'm already working with the mortgage lender right now to get that caught up. So we are fine with that.
Is that going to change the rate? Typically, when they do a loan modification, it can sometimes change the rate that's on the loan. I am pretty interested in the 3%.
They haven't mentioned changing the rate.
Got it. Okay. I'd be careful with that because that could totally change the deal if that rate goes up, but that is a really appealing rate. We would be just about breaking even if I put a tenant in the property, given the payment and kind of what you're renting out for here, assuming 1 month vacancy. I think it's something I'd be kind of willing to wait for. What's your ideal outcome sale wise? Are you just kind of looking for somebody to take over the debt you have on the property?
With like a little bit on top. So then like when I do move back to Illinois, I can move into a rental myself or stay with my sister for a little bit and then put a down payment on another house.
Totally. Okay. If I were to go to the bank and I buy this at the bank, bank's going to have me put down about $15,000 to $18,000. So the whole point of this is to kind of beat the terms of the bank here. I think we could definitely give you something. I'm hoping to beat the terms of the bank, especially because we got turnkey houses on the same street here going for about like 175. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I could buy one of those and not do the rehab, or I could buy this for the rate and do the rehab on it, assuming I could get something that makes sense to me, knowing that I am kind of breaking even as a rental and have to wait a little bit. So how much do you think you need to accomplish the move to Illinois?
Honestly, so the move to Illinois, because I got out of the military, I got medically retired out. So I have up to 3 years to use their free moving service.
Oh, nice.
So that part wouldn't be a problem. I wouldn't have to pay out of pocket to move there. It is on their own time frame though.
And you got the VA loan too. So you got free moving and you got a $0 down loan, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So your move is covered and your house is covered. You just need closing costs for the new house.
Exactly.
Got it. Okay. Well, I'll be honest, it's a bit of a pickle given the rehab and the back payments we have to catch up here.
I know.
But there's something here. I'll tell you, there's something here. I'd be willing to do this deal with you. How much would you be looking for us to stroke you to take it over? I'll tell you, we'll pay closing costs as well. So what number would you like to net on the sale?
Honestly, you can go ahead and offer me an offer, and I can think it over.
Okay.
Because I personally, I don't know. This is my first time selling a house. So first time buying a house, first time selling a house.
Got it. Okay.
And yeah, I got strong armed into buying this house. So
no worries. Who strong armed you into buying the house?
My ex and the realtor that sold me the house, honestly.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm an investor with the rehab. I'd love to take over your 150 plus the closing costs will be about $6,000 for the closing costs. And I'd love to give you like another $5,000 on top. I don't know where your head's at. Their house is selling on the block for about 175 in similar condition. So we're kind of getting close to that at about 160,000. Not a ton of equity in the deal given the condition. I think if you renovate it, it'll go for 200 though. I think if you put in all of this work, it'd definitely go for 200 all day long. That's what I was thinking it would go for. So yeah, I'd say I'd offer you all the closing costs on the deal, including the back taxes, and then another 5,000 or back mortgage payments, then another 5,000 on top. So my entry into the deal would probably be somewhere around like $13,000-$15,000 on that, but you'd net $5,000 out of that fee.
Okay. That's not a bad offer.
Yeah, I'm roughly, I would say if you got about 150 something on the loan, I've got about 15K to take over the debt. I'm around 160, 165 on purchase price for this, which I know is kind of like what you purchased it for. So I'm not sure if it makes sense. I will say though, in order to sell it to a retail buyer closer to the 200, the work would just need to be done.
Yep. Yeah, it would. And I personally am not afraid to do the work. It was just, it's, you know what I mean? It's like, I know you like the interest rates. So this is just also me just putting on a feeler out also. So, because there isn't a time frame on it either. So, I could put some TLC in, as well and reach back out. I could get a quote for the vents and see what it is. And if it's manageable, I could probably do it all. And then we could reattack it also down at a later date as well.
If this thing is turnkey, I could probably get closer to $10,000 to take over the debt that you have on it, plus the closing costs that you have. So it's not like it would make a tremendous difference, but definitely if that stuff were done, we could probably get closer to 10K. You kind of just have to weigh out how much you're spending on the rehab.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. And then I can keep you in the loop as well. I'll call around and get some quotes as well, and then I'll share those with you as well, just so you know, because it's a local area and you're not in Oklahoma. So
I do have a house in Oklahoma City. I have a house probably about 2 miles away from this.
Okay.
But I've never been there.
That's not bad.
I've never been there.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, I'll tell you what. I will. When do you think I should give you a call back?
Let's see. What's today? Today is the
11th or 10th. 11th.
11th. Go ahead and put me in your schedule to give me a call back at around the 17th.
17th. Got it. I will set a reminder in my phone and I'll text you over what we discussed and we will revisit it then.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Okay. That's pretty good. Text Andrew, clip cold call from just now, comma, it's great.
Okay.
That's good, guys. Nick, you missed the cash deals. I started an hour ago. We did cash deals for an hour. What can I say? Anyways, fortunately everything is recorded. Okay. I'm gonna text him. We're gonna text this guy. Hey, thanks for your time just now. We discussed taking over your mortgage as is, for $5,000 plus back payments plus closing costs. You mentioned you might want to do some of the work and revisit this on the 17th. I'll give you a call around then. And then let me go ahead and add this calls went really well. So let's add Benjamin, create new contact, 1314 Charlotte Court, 1314 Charlotte Court, 1314 Charlotte Court. Is the Tyler, the creator, audible in the background or no? On February 17th, remind me to call 1314 Charlotte Court seller.
Okay, I added it.
I think that's the seller in the chat. I think that's Benjamin. Benjamin, we just talk? Is that you? I'm pretty sure that's you. 1314. Did that reminder work? I got to check that reminder. I don't think that reminder set. Reminder. Do you want a fourplex? Do you want to see this fourplex? Is it a creative finance fourplex? Call 1314. Okay, perfect. Yeah, we got it. And then I'll just put you in the system, and system was literally just a drive sheet or a whatever you call this sheet. I'm going to put them as green because I think we're going to get something done. Okay, you are there. All right, let's see how many more we have to do. 10% down, 3% interest. Oh, whoa. Dylan, are you in my Discord? Yeah, everybody can join the team, guys. You just click the link in my bio, and that's how. Then you become a deal finder. You watch my screen share. You learn exactly what we're looking for criteria-wise. Then you start calling them. I demonstrate the process 5 days per week, 3 hours per day. Yeah, dude, your fourplex, Dylan, is really interesting, man. Yeah, Dylan, 10% down, 3% interest. That sounds good. Dylan, are you in my Discord? I'd love to talk to you about that. If you're in my Discord, I could bring you up on stage and we could have a conversation about that right now. Is my Discord free? No. You can, oh, Dylan, I'll just call you. No need. I want to know about your deal. Dylan, I'm going to text you my phone number. Can you call me? Dylan Isel. Let's see if I can find you. I'm looking for you right now. Oh, I can't DM you. You're private, dude. Dylan, I can't DM you. You even if I follow you, it says, okay, you have to approve my follow request and then I can DM you. So Dylan, you approve my follow request, then I can DM you, then you can call me, okay? Yeah, rentals, you can call me. It just in the Discord, man, in the Discord. Anyways, there we go. Hopefully this is something. This kid says he's got a fourplex. 3% interest, 10% down. Okay. Now we just wait for him to call me. So he can give me a call if he wants. And then I will go ahead and visit my next leads while we're waiting for him to call. That was at 2:40 or so PST. Okay. Is it possible to buy a lead from me? I don't think so. You can buy deals. But leads, there's a company for that. It's called iSpeed to Lead. You can do iSpeed to Lead. I just don't know if it's, I've never done it before, but people do. So next, what else do we have next? So this next one will be what's her name? I can't find my VA. Where's the thread? There it is. Oh my gosh. And she sent me so many. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Puyallup, Washington. Skip. Montverde, Florida. We already looked at this. Tyler says, "Hey Richard, I love your content. I have a home and I think we already spoke to Tyler. Personal sell, haven't listed, happy to share pics to the inside. It would be a short sale." I already talked to this guy. There's nothing to do. Mike Brown, he says, "Broadway, North Carolina, my property. I'm considering getting out of it. I've seen your videos on Facebook and was wondering what you think." Okay, I'll check it out. 409 Forest Avenue, Broadway, North Carolina. I've never heard of Broadway, North Carolina, so it's probably in the middle of nowhere, but we'll see. Broadway, North Carolina. Where is Broadway, North Carolina? Sanford. Yeah, that's kind of deep, man. Broadway, North Carolina. Bro owes 140, 4% interest rate, and it's deep. I don't know what to do with that. It's just probably too deep. Hey, Richard. Okay, what's this? Okay, she sent me a lot of things that are not deals. Beeland Street. Ryan is my realtor. Oh, Ryan. Would your DSC offer 68? Would you be able to move to? Oh. He countered me. He's wanting to be at 72 on Beeland. Let's call him. Here's a Detroit deal. When do you want to call? Call me after I talk to this guy.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing pretty well. Yeah, I got your message about Beeland Street. I'm just revisiting this now. So they're moving closer towards the DSCR loan offer?
Yeah, he thought it over and he just wants to be done with it and not to think about it.
No worries. Okay, so we're looking at, let's see the rent in the area. Okay, so rent out for $1,200. I think the rent kind of dictates my price here. I'd probably be firm on my 68, but I could make the 68 happen.
Okay.
I'll also cover closing costs. You can let them know that I'd cover closing costs as well.
Okay, so you cover all closing costs at 68?
Yeah, closing costs as in like title fees, not realtor commission, but title fees, yeah.
Okay, awesome. Sounds good. I will see what I can do.
All right, thanks, man. Talk soon.
Yeah, real quick, Richard. I know you probably have a couple of teams in Detroit. I just was curious how your experience has been with like construction and rehab so far.
I don't want to say great. So I just finished a project on Tacoma Street. I had 3 break-ins. As far as my contractor, he's been great. I've had a great contractor, great prices, great timeline. I just experienced some break-ins, but I would say I'm relatively new to the market in terms of flipping there. We've done a lot of wholesale deals there, but newer in terms of flipping here.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I've helped a couple of bigger investors kind of scale in Detroit over the years. Just started doing rehabs for them over the past 3 years and have done about 10 million in residential construction, primarily for investors. So built a pretty awesome system. Have a really great team, and really have been turning and burning a lot of these rehabs within like 30 to 45 days. Would love to provide you with some quotes. Typically have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround time. We can get you these quotes back super quick, free of charge for you, and would love to obviously have a chance of working with you on those.
Okay, I've got a great relationship with my contractor now, but send me some information on the company. My contractor will get busy from time to time, and I'll have to use other individuals. So send me all the information you got on the company that's doing that, and we'll go from there. It's very possible that in the future my contractor's tied up and I do need somebody else, and I definitely reach out at that time.
Okay, awesome. Sounds great. Appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Talk soon. Bye-bye.
Yep, talk soon. Bye.
Okay. All right. Less leads to call than I thought. Looks like my new VA is sending me people who have real estate questions. And I was like, oh, okay. I've been receiving many. Okay. This guy's got something in Las Vegas, Beeland Street. Yeah. Hey, Richard, saw this message on Instagram. Just want to let you know about it. His name is Shaw. Okay. Monday at 3:10. This guy's saying he scheduled me for a one-on-one and I didn't show up, but I don't recall in that name ever being Shaw. There's no Shaw. Oh, there is a Shaw. I feel like we met. Did we meet? What day was this? February 6th. February 6th. I genuinely don't remember. I'll have to text him. Hey, Shaw, I got your message about our meeting on I guess it's just up to his word now. I really have no way to see if the meeting happened. There's just been so many one-on-one meetings. I just have no idea if it happened or not. Huh. Okay. Do we have another house to call? This person says Longview, Washington, Las Vegas. Got a property in Las Vegas that cash flows well. I'll sell or finance it to you. Give me a ring. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Calling this guy.
Hi, if you record your name and reason for calling, I'll see if this person is available.
Hello, this is Robert.
Hey, Robert, this is Richard Taylor. I was calling about Palmyra Avenue. I got a DM from you regarding a property in Las Vegas.
Yes, yeah. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. I think I'm stuck between a good problem and a good problem. So I think that's at least positive.
Yeah? What's going on with the property?
So, long story short, I bought the house in 23. Needed a lot of love. It was a mid-70s build. My wife and I, the kitchen was straight out of the 70s. It hadn't been touched in 50 years. So my wife and I saw it as an opportunity to kind of do some work. And, maybe there was some embedded equity in there given how old the property was. So we remodeled the kitchens, bathrooms. It's on about an acre lot, just sub an acre. So we did a huge backyard. I wouldn't say hardscape, but brought in a bunch of trees. We took out like
25 tons of dirt and all this other crap that was back there. So it was a pretty big deal, if you will. Anyway, my wife and I got pregnant. Turns out the area that it's in isn't super conducive for, you know, a stay-at-home mother and a child. There's no sidewalks. The closest park is like 2-ish miles away. So kind of superficial issues in my opinion, but ultimately when you're a married man, you don't get the most say in these decisions. So we decided to rent the house out. Personally, I think the house is being rented for above market. The tenants are paying $51.50. They're on a 14-month lease. My current mortgage is $3,600 a month, so the cash flow is pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah, that's great. What is that, $3,600 with or without taxes?
Can you still hear me? You broke up a little bit.
Yeah, I was saying, is that $3,600 with or without taxes?
No, that's with taxes. It's with taxes and
nice.
And insurance. Yeah, no, and Vegas is super affordable from a tax and insurance perspective.
Got it. Okay, so we got $5,100 for the tenant, $3,600 on the mortgage here, and then is this something you thought about listing with a realtor, or you kind of determined to do it without one?
You know, I am flexible. I think so. My tenants had actually come to me and asked if I would seller finance to them. I think I don't know what their situation is. I'm not sure if the issue is that they can't qualify for a 30-year conventional mortgage or what the deal is, but maybe it's interest rate driven and they wanted to see if they could get a lower rate. So they originally reached out to me, which kind of prompted the idea. You know, I did some kind of market analysis, and I think I could sell it for around $1 million, which, considering I bought it for $7 million and put roughly $100 into it, I think isn't a terrible return for 2 years.
Yeah.
So I came across your videos online. I saw, sometimes people DM you and you reach out to them and see if you can make a deal work. And I kind of just wanted to shoot my shot, see if there was any interest from your side.
Definitely.
Their tenants in there, their lease runs up in June, and they've already, if I don't end up doing a deal with them, they've said that they're, happy to continue renting from me, and they'll sign another 14-month lease, and I'll raise it $250, and they're content with that. So I think that's kind of value add.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where it's at.
Yeah. Well, it's doing really well here. I guess seller financing would kind of look like taking over the debt and then paying you the difference between what's owed on the property and what you're looking for here. So yeah, I look in the area, there's a lot of houses selling for about $1 million around you. So, I mean, I will say PropStream's estimated value is $807,000, but it's not accounting for all of the work that you've done to the property. And I'm guessing the photos that I'm looking at are older. So I guess I have some questions about the interior. The kitchen had this interesting kind of mosaic tile on the floor.
Yeah, that's all toast.
Oh, so you guys kind of redid the whole interior.
Oh, we did. We ripped out walls. We redid the powder bath. That's off of the kitchen. We made a whole laundry room setup. We put in $35,000 to $40,000 worth of solid wood cabinets. We redid all that tile to match the rest of the house, and pretty much did the same in all of the bathrooms, but the master. The master's it's a bigger job, and at the time, my wife and I hadn't gotten to it. So, I mean, I think it's livable in my opinion.
Oh, for sure.
I think so. I don't know. The master you're seeing in there in the pictures looks slightly different than the master today. All of the countertops are white, and the same thing with like the stand-in shower. We had someone come in and put a white. I don't even know what it's called. It's an inexpensive way to kind of get you to. It's an inexpensive way to get you to a reasonable bathroom upgrade without doing the full remodel, just because at the time we didn't have the money. And I can get you updated pictures as well.
Well, honestly, I'm kind of inclined just do exactly what you're doing with it. You know, it works for me if I can sell or finance it with you and I'm making money each month. So if I can keep the monthly payment below the 5,100 that you're renting it out for right now, we can probably do something. I will say though, it looks like you might have some substantial equity, like $400,000, $500,000. And if the payment on this is $3,600 and we're bringing in 51, we can make your payments for your equity. It's just that those payments aren't huge payments. You know, they're not going to be massive, massive payments here. So it definitely makes sense to me. I guess my hesitation is whether or not it makes sense to you, because there's really two different scenarios we could go down. If the house might be worth somewhere around $1 million, if I'm wholesaling a deal for a lump sum rather than creative finance, I got to get it at a little bit of a discount so that an investor can flip the property. And I could get back to you about what that number might be. And then if I'm seller financing a house with you, I could take over the mortgage you have. I could make you payments for the remaining amount and give you a down payment. It's just that you'd be receiving payments that are less than what you're receiving right now. Sure, you'd get a down payment here, and the property would be off your plate. However, you know, it sounds like you're cash flowing like, I don't know, $2,000 damn near per month. And you'd probably be getting payments of somewhere around $500, given the down payment we'd have to put down for the house. I guess what I'm considering is I'd probably have to put down, for this to make sense with you, multi 5 figures, closer to 6 figures. And then I would need that much cash flow. And that much cash flow is kind of like $1,500 per month, which kind of leads me to $500 in payments to you per month. So it definitely makes sense to me. It always makes sense to me, but I'm always trying to see if it's an offer that a seller could wrap my head around, because to be honest with you, I can't really present an offer with confidence if I don't understand why the seller would accept it. And in this scenario, you know, you've got like $400,000 in equity, and I can only make you payments of like $500 towards that and a down payment.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I can see how it is a little bit challenged from my perspective.
It's great for me. I just don't know if it's great for you.
Yeah. So the offer that they, and so I think part of this is just as much offer shopping as it is kind of seeing what like market is like where the market's at. So the offer that they've presented to me was effectively just under 50,000 under the million, with where I hold the note for 10 years at a 5% interest rate. And they were going to do, I think, 25% down.
That's way blowing my offer out of the wire, because I'm putting 20% down with the bank here. So they're putting above what the bank would require. Their offer is like tenfold better than my offer. I wouldn't even come close to that. I would say our most realistic outcome is getting it for a price where somebody can do a value add, put a little bit of more work into it, make it really, really nice, and then list it on the market for a luxury retail buyer at maybe like 1.1 or something. So I'd say probably the only thing I could do is get it at an investor renovation price, but that's kind of contradicted by the tenants that you have in the property. So I would encourage you to take that offer. That offer that they gave you is really, really good. That's a great offer. You're gonna walk away with a lot of money over 10 years with a 5% interest rate. Like, you're damn near going to double your equity.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. If you were me, how would you counter that offer? Because that's the first. Obviously, this conversation's changed in different directions because you were originally the buyer, but you are clearly more sophisticated and experienced than I am.
What I would do is I would make it seem like it would be really hard for me to agree to that. I'd be like, man, that's rough. 25% down. I guess I am giving up a lot. And I would make it seem like it would be a really, really hard decision for you to accept that offer, full knowing like that's a great offer. And then I would see if I could get them to come up a little bit more just based on that kind of demeanor. I would approach them. I'd be like, I'm looking into this. Obviously we like you guys and we want to keep you and we trust you and we want to do something with you. But gosh, 25% of the full purchase price. I mean, that's a little hard to wrap my head around. I might be able to work with something like that. I mean, where do you think you could be? And then I would just kind of see what they'd say, and I'd let them speak for me. That's exactly what I'd do. But you've got a good offer on the table, man.
That's fair. I appreciate that. I really do. Am I going to see this up on Facebook somewhere?
Well, I guess you wouldn't if you didn't want to.
No, I have no preference. I was just having fun. If you were me, if I could just sell it in the open market and walk away, like if I believed that I could sell it for $950 in the open market, and my existing notes just under $5, I'd walk away with effectively $500,000. This real estate thing isn't like a day job for me. I work in private equity separately. like, is that also an interesting like angle to take, and like just taking the money today and rolling it into something else?
Yeah.
Or do you think the seller financing offer is more advantageous?
Well, it kind of, I mean, honestly, it depends on your finances right now. If you're going to seller finance it, I guess you're getting a good chunk of change up front, and you're getting really nice payments on your equity. But if you have your eye on another investment, I would say this: if you're like a savvy investor and you're like, I know if I put my money here, it'll do X. That I'd probably take the lump sum if I had my eye on something like that. But if I'm in your position and I don't exactly know what I'd do with the money, and there's a chance that I could pay taxes on the money, I probably would take the seller finance option. So I would say that yes, you could turn $500,000 into, geez, let me think. If I put down 50K on a property, I can probably turn that into maybe 1,000 to 1,500 in cash flow. So we're looking at like you could probably turn $500,000 into like $6,000 to $8,000 net per month in cash flow, maybe even more than that. So, but that would be if you had some opportunities in front of you. If you don't have an opportunity in front of you, I would probably go with the seller financing option, because that 5% interest over 10 years, I mean, just rough numbers here, I would say 5% interest over 10 years is going to turn your equity upwards, gosh, probably $800,000, probably 800,000, and you're not going to pay taxes on money that you haven't received yet. So it kind of depends what sort of investment opportunities you have in front of you and whether or not you have a need for cash. But honestly, that seller financing offer does free up a lot of cash. So that it's a pretty damn good offer, and you might be able to get it up a little higher.
Got it. What a guy. I appreciate your transparency, and though it kind of is counter to the reason why you called, I appreciate I appreciate the help.
I'm in a long list of calls. I've learned that sellers can sense a lack of authenticity. Like if I'm like, well, no, I mean, we could do this and it would really make sense to you, but I honestly have no idea why it would make sense to you. It's just very unlikely to get accepted. So I prefer to just get it out of the way in the front and see if the authenticity can win me a deal.
Amen. I love that. Do you ever partner with people? Do you take like investors in, or you
all the time? All the time. I'm staring at a list of 10 people who I send deals to regularly. So I guess it could go two ways. I could either send you deals that we have under contract, kind of like what these conversations yield and the conversations that my students have yield, or you could say, hey, I am going to free up this capital. I want you to put some investments in front of me and we could start exploring it. Absolutely.
If I was interested in that, what would like this next step be? And it probably, I wouldn't put any additional capital other than the equity that I would get from selling. So roughly the 500,000.
If you had 500,000 to spend, we could either, I probably wouldn't put that all into one multifamily. I'd probably buy a couple small multifamilies. I think big multifamilies are kind of hard to manage. I have a number of 4 and 5 unit properties. They have been great to me. However, you could also go kind of a cash flow route and buy occupied Section 8 properties. There's really so many things that you could do. I would say this: if you text me the figure that you're looking to deploy into real estate, I can give you a couple different options for those investments and what they could look like, where they might be. And then we can go from there. This would be kind of contingent on you freeing up the equity in the house, though.
Yeah, most likely. I'm not looking. I'm involved in so much other crap, and I would either roll this house into this stupid, expensive new build that my wife wants to get, which from my perspective isn't the wisest financial decision. Toll Brothers, it's a long story. I'm not going to bore you with it. I personally believe I should roll the money into other investment opportunities, because honestly, real estate, I'm so overexposed to the stock market and equities, and I think real estate's a great alternative to kind of diversify. And so I'd like to kind of be consistent and continue that. So I'm going to sell the house most likely either way, whether or not it's seller finance or in the open market. So I will have a chunk of cash, obviously contingent on the sale price. So either way, I will have some money, and I'd love to kind of learn a little bit more about what the offer is.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll save you in my contacts and you give me a call when you have that capital freed up, and we'll see if we can look at some investments together. My team has about 85 deals in dispo right now, ranging from Section 8 deals to large multifamilies to creative finance deals on single families and smaller multifamilies as well. So I'd say, yeah, just give me a call. I'll save your information in my contacts. And if you've got some capital you want to deploy, give me a call. That's the name of our game, man. We pair investors with deals that cash flow well.
Awesome. All right. Well, I really appreciate the call and the time, and I'll let you know as soon as I kind of put this deal to bed and I have the cash in hand.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks so much for your time. Talk soon.
All right. Sounds good. Catch you later. Bye.
Bye-bye. Guys, transparency wins the deal every time. I'm going to add him to my contacts as Robert Money to Spend on Deals, just in case he calls me. And then this guy. Hey, I'm sorry about that, man. I do see a record of you booking a call with me. I just can't remember as to whether or not we met, but I'm sure you're telling it exactly how it is. I have no idea how this slipped through the cracks. I'm happy to refund you, or we can schedule a new meeting. Just sorry, I got cut off there by a phone call. Just let me know what you want to do. My apologies there. Again, I really have no idea. God, why does this keep getting cut off? Sorry, I got cut off by a phone call here. But yeah, my apologies, man. I have no idea how that slipped through the cracks. But I'll tell you what, I can refund you right now, or we can go ahead and schedule another meeting. You let me know what you want to do, and I'll see if I can make this right. Thanks so much. Bye. Looks like I forgot to show up to one-on-one. Oops. I don't know how that happened. I could have sworn I hadn't missed a single meeting. But, okay. We might have a couple more. I'm going to tell Andrew to clip that really quick. Somebody from Iowa is calling me. I don't have this number saved. Have this. Oh. Are you the guy with the... Who is that guy? Were you from TikTok? Okay. How many more do we have? Looks like 2 more potentials. One's in Washington, one's in New York. I have a duplex that's not performing 100%. I'd like to get my equity out of it, buy another property. Well, that sounds not immensely appealing. That's Dylan calling? Oh, Dylan, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that was you. That's Dylan? Okay, Dylan, we'll talk. I'm sorry.
Hello,
I'm
Richard.
sorry about that. I didn't know that was you calling.
Yeah, no problem.
So, yeah, Houston or Dallas, 4 units, something like that.
Yes, Dallas.
Dallas, great, awesome. Okay, well, I'm a buyer for something like that. What's your address?
Well, I'm in a interesting situation. I've been just trying to gauge buyer interest. I'm supposed to get it under contract tonight.
Okay, so we kind of want to keep it private until then.
So how would you want to go about that?
I'll tell you what, text me the address to my phone number so we don't have to say it on stream.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me? Oh, the call failed. I have fine service. What are we doing? Damn, now the service just disappeared. Where did my service go? What the hell? Do I have to FaceTime? Oh, it came back. Now it just... Am I still online? Hey, I'm sorry about that, man. It looks like my service is cutting in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. I'll call you back if I lose you again. Text me the address. We'll keep your property off stream so we don't have to expose it.
Okay, perfect. 1 second.
For those asking about the EMD up front, just say, hey, I got to send my contractor in there. No need to make a big deal about it. Just say, I got to send my contractor to the property, man. It's going to take me some time. I don't submit EMD until I have my contractor at the property. And it costs me money to send them, so I need to be under contract before I send the guy.
Okay, there you go. I just sent it.
All right, I'll pause my screen share. So this will be private. Let's look up the deal. I'll see if we're heading down the right direction. You pulled this thing off of Zillow?
Yep.
Nice. Lots of opportunities on there. Okay. Wow. Wow, it's pricey. That's pricey.
Yeah.
What'd you get it for? So, what kind of terms do we have on this thing?
I got it for asking on Zillow.
Nice.
Or actually 1.25.
Nice. Really good. 125 down.
It would be, he asked for 130. I said, sure, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
Anyway, it's like the same thing. 3.1% interest, and then 40-year term with a 6-year balloon.
40-year term, 6-year balloon, 3% interest. Okay, let me just plug that in really quickly. So we're looking at $1.25 million. We have 130 down. We have a 40-year amortization with a 3.1% interest payment. Payments are $4,074, but taxes and insurance on this thing are looking like $1,781 and $427. 1,781 plus 427 plus 4074, 4074. Okay, so your PITI, you think it's about 6,300?
Yeah, that's what I got for that. But when it goes into a trust, I'm kind of wondering, he's a veteran, so he doesn't pay property taxes. Would that be, if you're like the...
Yeah, because you partner with him.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really know. I wouldn't imagine so, but that is possible. That I can call my transaction coordinator. She'd know. I would account for taxes in the meantime because it just seems likely that you'd have to pay taxes here. But yeah, it is a valid point that technically there's still an owner of the trust, so that their terms extend to us. Not really sure. What does the property rent out for?
$6,500 right now, and it's rented until 27, I think, 2027. Yeah, I'm kind of, that's why I was getting a hold of you, because I'm not sure on that trust situation.
Interesting. Okay. Is this a quadruplex? Because I see 2 buildings here. Is it one of the buildings I'm looking at, or is it both of the buildings?
It's both. So they're kind of like condos, essentially. They're rented out for very cheap right now for the area.
Interesting. Yeah, it's usually this level of price point commands much higher rent.
Yeah.
I would say it's definitely an issue if we're breaking even on it, but your taxes and insurance, I'll get you an answer on that. I'll call my TC after this. But how many units is this? I know it's a quadplex, but both of these look like quadplexes. I see entrances on the back. Is it 2 quadplexes or 2 duplexes?
It's 2 duplexes.
Oh, okay. Got it. That makes more sense. Okay, so 2 duplexes.
2 twos.
Got it. And yeah, that's low rent. And y'all are locked in there, fully occupied until 2027?
Yes.
Oof. That's hard, man. That's really hard. I guess I understand why the owner's doing the deal now. He's making out like a bandit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say this. Let's say taxes and insurance or taxes are not a factor on this. It's a $1,700 difference. But even with the $1,700 difference, we're cutting it really close in cash flow. So I'll tell you what, I'll call my transaction coordinator and I'll text you back. But as of now, man, I wouldn't sign that contract. You need to change your terms around. He's going to want his interest rate. He's attached to his interest rate. Your balloon, everything is fine, but your monthly payment. So say, hey, I will say, man, I'm going to be losing money until 27. And even then, I mean, like, how much am I really going to be making? And then I would say, because I have to pay taxes on this, I have to pay taxes. And I would just use that as leverage, whether or not you do have to pay taxes to kind of get the numbers down. And I see that you've extended your term to lower the payments already. So there's not much that we can do there. However, why don't you offer to do like $1.4 million for him over the same term length, but without the interest rate, and structure payments within?
Okay, so take off the interest completely, but bump up the price.
Yeah, and you'll actually end up saving money there. That 3% interest rate is going to have a huge effect, especially understanding you have an extended amortization schedule. So, I would say that he may bite if you offer them $1.4 million and say, look, I really want to do this deal with you guys, but I showed this to my partner, and I am paying you guys exactly what it rents out for with taxes on this thing. And I get that you're not, but I'm not a veteran. I got to pay taxes, man. And I would leverage it that way, offer them 1.4 million, keep your down payment the same, keep your term the same, but get those payments closer to probably like $3,000 per month, understanding what this is looking like. And 3,000 actually, 2,500, because those taxes and insurance, man, you've got, if Zillow is correct, you've got $2,200 in taxes and insurance monthly. So if I were you, I'd probably want to be paying this guy $2,000 per month. And I know that your interest rate can't allow for $2,000 per month. So I'm taking that off. I'm offering 1.4 and I'm structuring 2,000 with whatever amortization schedule that is.
Okay.
That's what I would do. But your deal is really, really close to being something you'd make 20 racks on.
Yeah.
The payment is the easiest part to negotiate. Everything else, the payment it's just very, very easy to negotiate. You've got everything else locked in. That's great.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be like all buyers. That's all buyers are gonna give you that feedback, because it's a cash flow play at the end of the day. Buy and hold cash flow play.
Yep. Yeah, I'll see how that goes. I'm assuming you answered text, probably. I can text you about it and send you an update.
Yeah. I will add you to my contacts. And I would just assume that you have to pay the taxes, but I will ask about it.
Okay, perfect. Yep.
Absolutely. We'll talk, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Charlotte. 1314 Charlotte. 1314 Charlotte. Hold on, let me just check my contacts for that. Charlotte Court. Charlotte. Why is my phone glitching? Oh, okay, there we go. I had a contact in there. I'm in the stream now. In the trust, the tax benefits are for anyone trusting the property. They just have to remain in the state. Interesting. Thanks. Let me call Lexi on that. I'm going to call Lexi. Best way to bring me a deal is show me on my Discord. I'm about to take questions in a sec here. Today was a call day, but I always do questions after my calls. I think we had some promising conversations today for sure. Most promising is the cash deal. Remember when that guy said it's a done deal at 55? I'm going to flip that bad boy. I'm going to make like 50 grand on it.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Hey, question. If we do a trust deal and the seller is a veteran and the veteran stays on the trust, do we get the tax benefits that the veteran has? And then a quick call to Harry, because Harry and I are doing a deal right now, and I don't know if I'm canceling the contract or not.
Hello.
Hey, man, do you think your buyer's going to want that deal? I'm a little worried about my EMD deadline.
When is your EMD deadline?
I'm sure it's passed.
Oh, shit. Let me dial him in. I mean, he says he wants it. So give me a second.
It's no problem if he doesn't want it, man. I just want to know.
I sent him the numbers on my comps like at 2 hours ago. So it's not like he's dragging his feet. Like, he's got a pretty, demanding job also. So give me a second.
Okay. So we got Parkview under contract here. Harry backed out of the deal because he has 12 projects backlogged, and it's just irresponsible for him to take on another. But he has a guy in his community who might want it. So I'm just trying to see if I should cancel my contract or if I should move with the new
actually look at what the comps were. Okay. Clickable. They are Celsius. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm on stream right now, but if you want to call me back and let me know if the deal is a go or not. I'm just worried about my EMD deadline, so it's really no problem if it's not a go. Just let me know.
Okay. When do you want to know by?
I think I'm already behind on my so Harry committed to buying this like a week ago or something, and it's not a good fit for him because of backlog. I think we passed our EMD deadline, so technically I think I'd have to pay the EMD. So I guess just the sooner the better.
Okay. I'll let you know in the next day or so.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Bye-bye. Uncomfortable position to be in. Don't like that. Buyer should have submitted EMD. Reason buyer didn't submit EMD, and the reason I didn't press on the buyer to submit EMD is it was a buddy of mine. Harry and I are friends. So I was just like, yeah, we're doing a deal, whatever. But in reality, guys, if you assign a deal to a buyer, that buyer needs to submit EMD or else you're on the hook for it. And if they don't, then you back out of the deal and say, hey, that's not a deal for you, man. EMD definitely does need to be submitted. So text this guy really quickly. Okay. All right. One more, guys. One more. I'd like to do one more. Hold on. I might have one more, but I might also not have one more. Spencerport, New York. Spencerport, New York. This guy has a deal in Spencerport, New York. I don't know what Spencerport, New York is, but I'm sure it's some upstate thing. What's interesting about New York is that y'all have small towns that are valuable. Like, I guess y'all don't play by the same rural rules, but this is 285/287 South Union Street. 285/287 South Union Street. Spencerport, New York. Okay, I found the property. Let's see if we can find this thing on PropStream. Wednesday the 18th, 3:30 till 4. Ooh. What time? What time zone? See if I can find this deal. Spencerport, New York, Union Street. I can't find it. I can't find this property. I'll just call the guy. I'm just gonna call the guy. Last call, okay, guys? Then I do questions, all right? I'll do questions after this, I promise. His name's west of Rochester. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, Blaine, this is Richard Taylor calling about the Spencer Port property.
Hey, Richard. How's it going, man?
I'm doing well. Is now an okay time?
Yeah, we should be good.
Great. Yeah, I tried to look up the property on the map. I could only find it on Zillow, so I couldn't find a whole lot of information on it. What's the goal with this property, man? You're trying to get your equity out?
Yeah. So I've had this place for 4 or 5 years. I'm looking to kind of get some equity out of it and buy a rental somewhere, that I more so want to invest. I bought this place when I was kind of young and got in a little bit over my head, but yeah.
Got it. Okay. And what's the condition of the property right now? Is it something you have rented out? Is it vacant? What's it looking like?
So it's occupied right now. It's occupied. On one side, I have tenant, and they're great. They're good people. They'll stay there forever. And on the other side, I got some people who haven't paid me, and it's been a pain in the ass. So I'm kind of looking to maybe get rid of it with them in it.
Really? Okay. How far behind on payments are they?
Oh, they're exceptionally far. I had a whole thing where I went to evict them, and the state agreed to pay some money for them, and then backed out after I gave up my standing in court. So,
that's what do you mean?
5 figures behind.
You see, they're 5 figures behind.
Oh yeah,
and that's kind of the so I've never bought in New York because the tenant laws are atrocious. I understand people can, well, I guess just tell me about it because I don't really know. But what I've heard, the rumor is people can squat on your property and there's not much you can do.
Yeah, so this isn't necessarily a squatting issue because I did have a lease with these people, and I did, bring them in. But the kind of where we're sitting now is the evictions up here are tough. You got to, depending on how long they live there, you got to give them up to 90 days notice just to even get a court date.
Jeez.
So it's very delayed, that's for sure, and it depends on which judge you get and this and that. So it's a whole thing, man.
So I'm so curious. So what's it like your communication wise? Do you say, hey guys, you're behind $10,000 on rent here, and they're like cordial with you, or they like kind of angry about it, or what's the relationship with the tenant?
So I still have a line of communication open, as difficult as it's been. Where I'm kind of I'm in the middle of maybe doing a cash for keys with them, but if they back out, I don't want to base a deal on that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I'm talking to them. I'm trying to help them get government assistance to move out. Because that seems to be the cheapest way of doing this.
Yeah, I understand. So they're multiple months behind, and you don't think that they have any intention of reinstating the payments with you? They're just sort of there?
Yeah, they're definitely not going to. Yeah.
Yeah. But you're still thinking about doing a deal with them?
It's I can go through the eviction again. I can pay my lawyer to do that again. I travel for work sometimes. Like right now, I'm out of town. So I can pay my lawyer to do this again and appear in court and have the court date pushed back 4 or 5 times. And if they hand me keys, I will give them their next security deposit.
Wow.
That's where I can either spend the money on the attorney, or I can hand it to them and they'll be gone.
Interesting.
Without getting dragged through the mud. They've caused some problems in the property too, and that kind of complicates things. But
yeah. Have you ever thought about showing up to the property and be like, hey guys, can we talk this through? You're kind of stealing from me every month.
Oh, I've had the conversation with them. Like, listen, guys, I'm supporting you. I'm like, well, you're not supporting. I was like, no, you're living in my house. You're not paying me, and you're not leaving. I'm supporting you.
How do you stay cordial? How do you stay cordial in that? Because, dude, if it were me, there might be a shady individual from the internet at the door. I feel like I might get myself into legal trouble if I were in this position, because I'd be like, yeah, I know you've got your squatter's rights, but there's a guy at the door and he wants to talk to you.
Man, if I hadn't have talked about it so much, I might have.
Huh. Wow. Well, I commend your sanity. I guess we have two types of deals that we do. You know, we rent out a property or we flip a property, and this one's kind of the tenants are kind of inhibiting both. So I honestly I don't know what to do for you. I like talking numbers is secondary to like what's going to happen with these people. So
Yeah, for sure.
so I'm gonna be real, man. I have no idea what to do in a situation like this. There are companies that remove individuals like this. I don't know if it's a legal gray area. Probably is a legal gray area, but if the house is not able to be used for what it is for, the investment, I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'll tell you what, if you figure something out with these guys, like whether they're staying or like, I probably wouldn't want them to stay, but like whether they're staying or whether they're vacating the property, I think we can talk numbers then and figure something out. But that's just a headache of all headaches, man. I'm so sorry you're going through that.
No, it sure is. And that's kind of what's pushing me toward, just trying to get my money out of this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think you can. It's just like, I want to be able to use it for what it's for, making money. I guess you kind of have a homeless shelter right now. It's nice that you have a homeless shelter though.
Yeah. I wish I could write it off of my taxes like a homeless shelter, huh?
Yeah. It's just like you're doing a good deed. I mean, you've got some good karma points. That's for sure.
Yeah. I wish that did a little more for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, hey, call me if you figure something out. I'm sorry about this. Okay.
All right, man. No problem. Hey, thanks for all the free education. I'll probably be joining your Hold Hand to Wholesale here probably around the end of the month. So
well, great, man.
Talking to you.
I'll see you there. Have a good one. Okay.
You too, man. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. God, that guy's a saint. He's a saint. Like, that's insane. Another one just now. Squatter situation. Funny call. Okay, so I had you for 12:30 PST. So I had you at 12:30 PST, which works for me. I could do 12:30 PST any day of the week, Monday through Monday. Okay. That's it. Those are my calls. That's my call session. That was how long was that, guys? Hour 45? What happened there? Most significant moments. The guy with the kind of distressed house in Norman, Oklahoma for $5K down, that will probably convert. And then my fix and flip on Sanford. My fix and flip on Sanford. Those were the most significant moments there. And I think we had a couple like interesting conversations just with people who wouldn't be a good fit that hopefully shine a light on what you should be spending your time on versus what you shouldn't be spending your time on. Knowing when to get off the phone is kind of a superpower in this business. Don't stay on the phone longer than you need to. I remember when I first started wholesaling, I stayed on the phone with a woman who had a house in Lakewood, Ohio. And I literally talked to her for an hour and a half. And she was just talking about her kids. And I'm looking back at that. I'm like, why did I do that? Don't know why. I'm honestly psyched for our deal. Oh, look, the guy, Benjamin, the guy in Norman. Yeah, he's actually in the chat. Benjamin, we don't have anything on the table yet. I'm just kind of waiting for you. What? Did you text me? We just have a hypothetical now. Yeah, Benjamin, we can take it as is. Like with the work, like, okay, I was hoping you do the furnace and whatever that was. But the vents or whatever you call that, the $5K down is to kind of anticipate for the rehab needed. Wait, what do you mean you're manifesting it? I'm ready to pull the trigger right now. You just have to let me know what you want to do. You just gotta let me know what you want to do. I thought you were you're doing some of the rehab and then we're gonna do the deal, right? You're doing just the furnaces and then we do it with the vents as is, or are you doing everything and then we do 10K down? Because we kind of have two options here. I'm literally negotiating with him. Yeah. What, an hour and a half on a call? Yeah, no, I did. You got to learn somehow, Anyways, okay, questions, guys, questions. I'm going to look at deals, do questions for the next like 30, 45 minutes or so, and then I'm going to give away some money. This went by quick. 24% cash on cash return, listed for 85, locked it with 65. Dude, that's great. Daniel Baradas, type hashtag submit. Hashtag submit deal. Cash. Submit. Are you promoting? Live is restricted for some audience. Your live contains themes that people may find uncomfortable. Reason, suicide, and self-harm. Are you serious? Look, that's actually crazy. I just got a restriction on my TikTok for quote unquote suicide and self-harm. Bro, what? What? Guys, this is absolutely insane. Look why my live stream just got restricted. We're literally like on back-to-back calls with sellers. Nothing of the sort. And look why it gets restricted. Absolutely ridiculous. That's so crazy. Oh my God. Submit feedback. My live does not contain the content. Live visibility restricted for 10 minutes. Oh, you're garbage. You're absolute garbage. I did nothing wrong, but I literally did nothing wrong. How can we talk? You can book me for a one-on-one. I do one-on-one calls. You can do it. You can book me for a one-on-one via the link in my bio, or you could just join Hold My Hand Wholesale. It's up to you. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyways. Okay. No, that's TikTok. TikTok just restricted that. Okay, guys. Who has questions? Who needs help? Sorry, I haven't been checking the chat. Who needs help? I have a 2-property package, seller finance in Ohio. I want you to check for me. Cool. Let's talk to you first. And then, hey, Richard, can I do videos like you promoting Hold My Hand? What do you mean, can I do videos like you promoting Hold My Hand? Wouldn't that be me doing the video? I don't know what you mean. 12:30 on Wednesday. Wednesday next week. And then, Alfie, let me just reschedule this. Let me just reschedule this really quickly, and then I will talk to you. Nate Shaw here. I need to reschedule this. Gosh, how do I reschedule this? Book follow-up, book meeting, 30-minute one-on-one, Wednesday, the 18th at 12:30. Schedule meeting. On Wednesday, the 18th at noon, remind me about one-on-one.
Okay, I added it.
Okay. My apologies for the inconvenience. I just rescheduled. Okay. All right. All right. I have a nice 30%. Yes, we can. Hey, Alfie, what's going on, man?
Hey, Richard. I sent you a DM with the 2 properties in Cleveland. So I offered them 100,000 cash, and I'm probably going to reject it for both. And I want to see what kind of seller finance I should offer them if they say no to 100 for both houses.
Okay, 100 for both houses. Are they 2 distressed houses?
I sent you the address. They're on Zillow, but it ain't under contract.
I can't see any photos. So no photos on Zillow for the first one. I'll check the second one. Second one, so that one's for sale at 90, 3-bedroom located in Slavic Village, tenant occupied. They tell us how much they're paying? No, it doesn't tell us how much they're paying.
So the one, which one are you looking at? 3812?
I would do these separately. I would do separate deals. It's hard for people to take on 2 projects like this. I would do, unless they're right next to each other. I would do these separately because one of them might be a renovation, and one of them might be a rental property. So I would do these separately. For seller financing, okay. I've got a nice little formula for everybody here. You can do 10% over price, 10% over list, 10% down and 40% of rent in payments on a 6-year balloon. That's my seller financing formula. 10% over list, 10% down, 40% of rent and payments on a 6-year balloon. So just apply that. And yeah, that's going to be your offer.
Okay, I understand that part, but I was just confused because so they're for rent right now, like they're being rented month to month, and it's like way cheaper than the Section 8. So that's why I didn't know if I should proceed.
Well, it depends how long your lease is.
No, there ain't no lease. It's month to month.
One of them's okay, got it.
Both of them are month to month.
Okay. Your question is how much of Section 8 rent should we pay?
No. I have the website for the Section 8. What I'm saying is they're only collecting $750, but the Section 8's like $1,100 and something. So that's why I'm like a little bit.
Yeah, I think that. So what's your question about that?
So I mean, you know how that guy said he wants people? I mean, houses that are occupied. So this one's occupied, but they're like paying way low. Like I don't know if it's still a good deal to try out. Like, is he going to kick them out and raise the rent on somebody, or I mean, should I just go ahead and make the offer, or just move on?
You should
because they're paying so little.
You should definitely make the offer. If they're paying so little, you're. I mean, the $750 is. We'd want them out of the property for sure. We definitely want them out of the property, given the $750. So, I would probably go seller financing or a steep cash lowball. I'd probably do, if you can get them out of the property, you can do a normal cash offer, but it looks like it's going to need some renovation. So I'm thinking maybe I'd probably go with the seller finance, man, because that rent, the cash offer for that rent is going to be really, really low. And then given the properties and their location, your cash offer should probably be around like 40. So it's kind of hard. So I'd probably go with seller finance. I'd use that formula and I'd offer them seller financing.
Okay, great. I'm going to send them an offer right now then. I'm going to do it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Best of luck. Hey, man, you got something in Memphis?
Yes, I do, Richard. How's it going? I just sent you a DM with the address and everything on there. He's going to be signing tonight. Realtor said they accepted, got the offer over. It should be a good one, I think.
No war zone?
No war zone, bro. Not even a shooting on spot crime.
Interesting.
Not one.
I will say.
But there is
200. It's been on Zillow for a year, which is a massive red flag. A year on Zillow means something's going on. Did you ask them why?
Yep. So the owner put extremely high-end finishes in everywhere. I am talking Bluetooth in the bathroom, like the pictures show it's overly done up. He originally thought he would get 150, so that's why it's been on market so long, because he was trying to get way, way overpriced. He just thought he put too much work in and he would get more.
Interesting. Over renovation. So I will say, dude, I want you to look at this photo here that I got on the street view. So look at this roof and look how everything is attached.
Oh my God! How do I miss that when I do roofing? Oh my God!
Look at if you do roofing, then you know. Do you see the?
How do I miss that? Yeah, that is. Ooh.
So the fascia or fascia, however the hell you say it, is missing.
Yeah, that fascia is all screwed.
You're missing stuff around the windows, and you have stuff kind of just nailed on the outside. The paint goes.
Wait, when's the street roof from? Is that old?
It's March.
Or is it
it's March of 25, so it's not too old.
Ooh, no, that's not.
And then additionally, the street itself looks like deep hood, like kind of scary deep hood. So this makes me nervous. If somebody showed me this deal, I would be nervous about it.
Ooh,
we really want these things to be cookie cutter as hell. This looks like a handyman house. What I mean by a handyman house is a guy who's kind of handy and he does some work, but we also have two different types of siding on the house. One siding is white and one siding is yellow, and we're missing the framing around the windows, and we're missing fascia on the other side entirely. You got two.
Just needing a little too much rehab, you thinking?
It's probably it might be a flip, man. It might be a flip because a lot of the time when somebody does something like this, you're in roofing, you know how strict the code is. Code can be really strict. And when the code is strict, the Section 8 has to approve the property to rent it out. This is like a handyman house is a house that appears on the surface to be fully renovated, but when you look deeper, it's like, whoa, you got a lot of stuff going on here. You got a lot of. I see you fixed it. It's kind of like this. Imagine a house is just completely dilapidated, but you put down LVP, you do new paint, you put in a new kitchen, you just hide everything. We could call it lipstick on a pig. That's kind of what I think this property might be. So and given the days on market, man, that's probably what's going on. So I'd say, hey, have y'all had an inspection? Have y'all had a buyer inspect the property? Because little stuff like this window here, I'm going to send you a screenshot. Little stuff like this lets me know that this guy has probably done a lot of this work himself and just like kind of made it work. I'm guessing they had an inspection and it failed the inspection and the buyer backed out. I want to send you one more picture.
Okay.
Just little interesting.
Wood windows don't go for Section 8, right? Isn't wood windows against it?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It's kind of state by state, but like there's a light switch poking out of the wall. It's just it looks like a ton of small things. Like it's very interesting because when you look at the surface, it's like, oh, great. But then you look around, and you're like, whoa. If I look closely here, this is a little bit interesting to me. So I would love to seller finance something like this. Our buyers for seller finance are less picky because it's a seller finance deal. But I would also say, hey, before we go under contract, have you guys been under contract before? If so, what happened?
Okay. And just kind of get the scoop on why somebody backed out. And if, I think I missed over those, which is kind of sad for me to admit that I missed those crucial parts. Wow. I got caught up in it.
So I always look at street view. I always look at crime, and then I kind of analyze the property from the street view just to kind of understand what we're looking at here. But it's happened to me a million times, man. I would just say, hey, I showed this to my lender, and my lender brought up a couple concerns, and then list the things that we just discussed, and then say, hey, well, but you could approve me if we just did seller finance on this. So why don't we do, and then hit them with a seller finance on.
Okay. And then pivot. Hey, I can give you the asking of 85 you want, and then don't hit them that way.
Exactly. Of course, that's still subject to it. We still probably need to inspect. So ask about the house.
Take a look, Dylan. I
Ask about.
got one other quick question if you have a quick sec. So I have another property I sent you, the other one above that in Minot, North Dakota. Is this a viable option to do a 1-year no payment balloon instead of a cash deal so that way they can save on their hard money interest for the rehab? Or is Minot just a little too small, do you think?
I haven't had a history of selling those deals because I haven't locked them up. I haven't locked up a lot of those deals. I have one of them right now, and I honestly don't know why the buyer's buying it. I don't know why the buyer's buying it.
That's where I'm at on this one. I have him ready to sign. I'm just like, I don't know if a buyer will buy this.
Well, we can always try. It's just I would say if you're trying to beat a hard money loan, remember low down payment, probably low monthly payments, if any monthly payments. So I'd love to avoid the down payment. I'd love to avoid the monthly payment and do a balloon on year 1. So give him the unreal.
I have no monthly. He's agreed to no monthly payments, balloon year one, but $15K down.
Hard money loans kind of similar to that.
So I mean, it's not really cutting much off.
The thing that I want to consider here is that a hard money loan covers the rehab too. So when you get that loan, it's like purchase price and rehab. Here, it's kind of like $15K down plus 5 for you plus 5 for closing, $25K to enter the property and then renovate with your own cash. And it's like you're probably deploying $55,000 into this deal with all of those fees. And what could you buy for $55K? A nice turnkey.
That makes sense. Okay, I think so. I mean, I was talking to Sora, so basically I should just get it locked up if he's willing, and then ship it off to your team, and we can see what happens.
We really need to investigate the condition, man, because I want to let you know that while we assign $300,000 in deals per month, probably only 100 of them close, maybe 150 of them close. And the reason that maybe only $100,000 to $150,000 in deals close each month is that the condition is misrepresented and people inspect it and stuff happens. It's not sellers backing out. It's not realtors causing a problem. The condition of the property kills deals all the time. And y'all can use that as a renegotiation point. But if it's a ton of small things that are not up to code, just kind of all over the house, it's a little bit scary. And I would say that we should just ask a little bit about it. But yeah, he did an over renovation kind of in the hood.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking on that. So, okay, well, I'll find out the info and I'll keep you posted. And side note, your Levine house, are you still working that one?
Levine.
In Arizona, the mortgage takeover for the back payments for the divorce.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, dang. Okay, because I had a buyer that was interested in Levine area. So if you get anything that comes around there, though, let me know. I just drove through there today, and it's expanding like crazy.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I'll let you know.
Awesome. Thank you, Richard, for your time. Have a good one.
Yeah, seller declined it. She didn't want to do something like that. I could follow up there, but it was interesting. It was a connection who knew the seller. So I only talked to the seller one time, but she was like, no, she was pretty stubborn. So we almost got her to say yes, but then I think she declined it at the last moment.
Did you get the dance studio yet?
Yeah, I did. It's under contract now. Although I think the down payment's a bit high.
Well, you'll get there. That's a good one. I think it'll go.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Have a good one.
Absolutely. Greg says the truth, the third close. Now I respect you. Greg, I haven't been misrepresenting our numbers, man. I'm not really lying about it. You know what my promise is to social media? That this will replace your income with less work. That's all. That's all. Like for example, Rowan started 6 months ago. He dropped out of college, which I don't like, but he dropped out of college. College is really important now. Now more than ever, college is important, and it has nothing to do with your job, and it has nothing to do with your income. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, ignorance is bliss. But anyways, my promise to my followers is that you can make 10K a month relatively easily, like with one or two deals, maybe only even one deal. And that's, as an average performer, a very, very average, maybe below average performer can make $10,000 per month, probably by only having 5 conversations per day. It's just like a way to not show up to work, This is it's if you really run with this and you do the social media and you build a team and you hire people, yeah, man, you could definitely build this out to beyond $10,000 per month, like I have and like many others in our community have. And yeah, I do have $100,000 assignment fee 1 foot away from me right now, but that's not the reality for most people. The reality for most people is you will never do a deal. And it's like, what? Huh? And I'm like, dog, we got 300 out of 9,800 members in here right now. 300 people decided to show up. And I said I was going to do a 2-hour live calling session. So it's like out of 10,000 members, 10,000 members or so, a tiny fraction, like I'm talking 1.5% shows up. So it's like out of the 1.5% that show up, maybe half of them will end up doing deals, but on average, you might be making $10,000, $20,000 per month. But dude, if you call 20 people per day and you're not slow, 50K per month, no problem. Okay. I'm going to call my TC back. How do I prepare for real estate as a 15-year-old? You can start now. There's no reason why you couldn't start now. I had Anson do a deal.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm well. Question: if we get a disabled veteran and they want to do a trust deal, do their tax benefits or lack thereof extend to us?
It's mainly about occupancy. So if the county finds out that they're not residing in the property, then typically they'll diminish at that point. So if they go to move and use their homestead exemption or whatever exemption wherever they go, the county's alerted and then they lose those benefits. But until they're notified, from my understanding, it kind of just rides out for a while. So it's just something to keep in mind if you're acquiring the deals.
Not if they rent.
Like only if I'm talking in terms of a trust acquisition deal. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
Yeah, but keep that in mind if you're acquiring deals, like use that in your underwriting because you'd want to underwrite at the potential of it increasing.
Yeah.
So you underwrite at the max amount.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, temporarily you will not pay taxes, but eventually you will pay taxes. If that guy goes to buy another house, apparently the county is alerted, and then the tax situation in this house ceases to exist, and it's applied to the next property. So if he doesn't buy a new house, potentially, but I think if they ever use that eligibility to go buy a new place, it goes away. So I'd say the answer is temporarily for a period of time, yes, but not indefinitely. How do I do a real estate if I don't have a license or over 18? So we got a 15-year-old in the chat asking about how to start. It's a great question, man. It's a great question. So tell me if you think you need a license for this. I'm looking for a house. Can you go find it for me on Zillow? Like let's say I wanted a house like this one. This is a hypothetical. This is not the one, but like, let's say I wanted this house, and let's say there's 100 of them in the area. And I was like, hey, all houses here are for sale at 80. Could you get this thing for me at 50? You know, how many people would you have to call? I actually got that house at 50K, but how many people would you have to call? Like if I showed you that house and I said, hey, I'm looking in Detroit, Michigan right now for multifamilies, but all of the multifamilies are for sale at 80. I want one at 50, but you've got endless multifamilies to call. Like you just call and 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 call, right? You could just call, right? And notify me as to when one of them says yes. You just call and you'd say, hey, I want to present an offer. I see that your house is listed at 80. Can we present 50? And they have to present all offers. So, you know, you don't even have to sign the contract. You could literally just notify me once you got that accepted, and I could pay you outside of escrow. So there's really no reason why you couldn't start right now. We had a 12-year-old do a deal. And then at 13, he did a big deal. He did a $48,000 deal at 13. And I think he's probably done a lot more now. That was a while ago. But yeah, you don't need a license for any of that, man. You're like, that's exactly what we're doing. So what I do for work, somebody just put the cap emoji on me. That's funny. What I do for work is I aggregate, which means gather. I aggregate buyers' criteria. So imagine you have a group of people in a room, and they say, I'm looking for this. And I'm like, okay, you're looking for that at this price. Okay, what are you looking for? You're looking for, okay. What are you looking for? Okay. And then I go find it. And then I'm like, okay, wait, I found this one. Did you want that? Did you want that? Did you want that? What's okay? You all three want it? That's what all of you wanted. What's your highest price? Okay. All right. You win. And then I essentially get paid a finder's fee, and that finder's fee looks like this. These are checks. The largest one here is $20,000. It was part of a $50,000 deal. Some of them are closer to $4,000, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. But they just pay us finder's fees by telling us what they're looking for. And yeah, we just go find what we're looking for. So the only thing that we're doing is I have a team behind the scenes. They DM people on Facebook all day. They gather buyers. And then I send the deals that y'all gather to those buyers and see if we can sell houses. You know, you need a license to publicly list a property for sale, but I'm not listing properties for sale. That's not what I do. If the purchase and sale agreement says non-assignable, can I still wholesale? Yeah, it's called double closing. Absolutely. Okay. Anyways, I'll tell Andrew. Hey, dude, great breakdown at about 4:08 PST. 4:08 PST. I got a 15-year-old in the chat, and he says, hey, how do I start if I don't have a license? And I just give a really nice analogy of what wholesaling is. I've actually been wanting to post a video like this. So if you wouldn't mind clipping that, I think we have like 3 or 4 clips from today. Pretty good day. I did a lot of calls. How can someone sign up with you to do that? That's the whole that's the whole purpose. That's the whole purpose of why I'm here, because not only do I make money on selling the deals, I also make money on the subscription. So that's why I do this. Like, you have figured out my business model. My business model is to aggregate the data for what our buyers are looking for. Then I go find that, and I do it on the live stream. Like, I do it live. Like, I do wholesale deals live in front of you to let you know that it's possible. And you can do it anywhere in the United States. You don't have to be in the immediate location. It doesn't cost money to do this. I'm just gathering what buyers are looking for. Your question is, how do you sign up? Well, this is my TikTok, right? This is my TikTok. All you'd be doing is you'd be clicking the link in my bio, which I'm doing backwards right now, and then clicking the first link here. And dude, if you're like, well, what do people think about this? There's over 2,000 reviews. And they're verified purchases on the website. It's not my website. It's WAP's website. So I can't fudge the data even if I wanted to. But there's over 2,000 people who have said what they think. And I keep the bad reviews in place. I keep them in place. I think there's like maybe 5 out of 2,000 that are negative. Okay. Which essentially means it's kind of like this. The people who leave negative reviews, it's kind of like you buy a subscription to the gym, and then you try to get into your car to drive to the gym, but you can't figure out how your car works because you're really fucking slow. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. And you say, the gym scammed me. And I'm like, well, dude, you have to drive to the gym to use our equipment. It won't go. The car won't go. And I'm like, dude, did you ever show up to the gym? I didn't lose any weight, so you scammed me. And those are the negative reviews. And I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Like, we literally have people whose Wi-Fi won't connect, and they're like, you scammed me. I'm like, are you using Chrome? No, I use Firefox. Who the fuck uses Fire? I'm sorry. I'll stop. We're almost at the end of my stream, so I can use profanity, because if I get banned on TikTok, it's fine. Anyways, it continues past where it seems like it ends, and there's some funny moments. Please post this one tomorrow. But don't forget these other clips. Okay. All right. Shit. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. So, what are we doing? Questions. I use Firefox. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's bring some people up. Who needs help, guys? Who needs help? Any of y'all need help? Any of y'all lost? Donna? Okay, Donna, let's chat. James, great. James, let's talk. Cool. Me, Josh. Okay, Josh. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Slow down. Evan says I'm a buyer. Hell yeah. All right, let's start with Donna. Donna, what's going on?
Hey, Richard. I've been trying to get up here for so long. I can't
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing fine. Basically, have a question about something because I spoke with the realtor yesterday. Basically, it's a property in Detroit, Michigan, and I don't want to give the address away. I probably gave a little bit too much away there. Anyway, I sent the seller doesn't want to do seller finance, of course, said that they really want to get under this, so I didn't push them on that. So I just lowball and got it $50K under as far as the offer. She hasn't reached back out to me yet. So we had a conversation yesterday. I was just wondering if that's pretty good. I can shoot you the address. Probably. If you want to look over, it's pretty turnkey.
Probably.
And the thing is, okay. And the thing is that the property could possibly be a duplex, because she said the only thing that is not shared is the electrical.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, because I'm kind of interested in that. That's really good. What was it listed for?
$269, and I offered $260. Wait a minute, I'll just send you the details. Can I shoot you your DM real quick?
Yes. Let's see it.
Okay, wait a minute. I have to pull it up. I'm a little older. I have to get the address together. Wait a minute.
Guys, Rowan got the same car as me. He drove my car, and then he was like, you know what? I want one of those. So he bought the same one.
Give me a second. I'll send it over.
Guys, the internet flamed me for that spec. I got completely flamed on the internet for that spec. And I was like, bro, this is sick as hell. People did not like that I wrapped the grill white. I wrapped the grill white. What about it? I think it's heat. Anyways.
Anyway, hey, it is.
Show pic. It's in the chat, guys.
Having technical difficulties.
No, you're fine. Don't worry. Guys, I like Detroit. I'm buying in Detroit right now.
For some reason, I'm having avatar.
Alex, I've got one of those too. Alex. Don't worry. We're talking cars in the chat. It's okay.
Wait a minute. I have to make sure that this is not a fake Richard of you. Make sure. Okay, I'm sending you a friend request because that's the only way I'm able to send you anything. For some reason, I don't know.
No worries. I'm here. You've already DM'd me. We're occupied. Don't worry.
It's been so long. I've got so many Richard Taylors on this Discord. I had to make sure it was the right one. Okay.
Guys, do we just make this a car Discord? Well, I'll tell you what. Would you mind muting your mic until you have that sent to me? Because I'll talk to you whenever you have it sent to me, okay?
Okay. I'll just stay up on stage. Let me mute myself.
All right, no worries. Thank you. Okay, let's talk to probably James. Hey, James, what's going on?
Hey, Richard. I appreciate you jumping on here. I appreciate your calling. Let me up. I will be quick. Essentially, I have you start using the method of calling 100K listings and offering 60-70% of them.
Yeah.
I got a guy to essentially agree. He has it listed at right at 100K, but I told him, my lender might be closer to 65, 70. He said maybe we can make it work. But essentially, when I was looking at the property after I got the phone with him, I was doing some comping. It looks like maybe the rehab is a bit more than what I originally thought it was going to be. And so essentially, I want to just ask if you could look at it and see if maybe this could be a good deal at that essentially 70% ARV. 70% resale price. And I'm going to send you the address. I had exited off of it. I didn't know you were going to call me. I heard you took a call on me.
Yes.
Give me one.
Guys,
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Guys, get your addresses ready. Get your addresses ready.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just go. Goodness, I got so many on Zillow. If you need to come back to me, I'll DM you and I'll just wait. Actually, I got it right here. Actually, and I am sending that over right now. Matter of fact, I'll just say it out loud. I don't really care if someone gets it because I don't even. I'm on my phone. I'll just give you the address. Are you ready for it?
I'm ready, man. What is it?
All right, it's 4189 Lee Road, and that's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay. Oh yeah, she's a flip. That's a flip for sure. That's a flip. It's not a terrible flip, but it is a flip. Okay, let's figure out our ARV. You know the ARV?
I kind of did the math a little bit when we were on. It's like around like 145, 150-ish.
Let's find out.
From the comp I saw.
Let us find out. Okay, so looks like 4.2. Let's zoom in. Is this a 4.2? That's a 3.1. Oh shit, that's a flip for sure.
A lot of those 3.1s in that 150-ish range, and so I just kind of took that.
Dude, this is fire. This is fire. You got lots of. I love having comps because, dude, to an investor, I'm not wondering what my house is going to sell for. Y'all are always showing me properties. I'm like, how the hell do I know what's it going to sell for? But look at this. Look at all these flips. Flip after flip after flip. That's all we want to see, guys. Yeah, man. Look at this. You got a 3.2 right here for 165, and it's not that pretty. And then you got another one right here, clearly a renovation, and they did landscaping on it, and they staged the interior. Guys, when the interior is staged, you know they're serious about flipping. That's a serious, well-versed flipper who stages an interior. So hell yeah, dude. And then clean basement too. Yeah, man, that's a great flip right there. And you're bigger than that, if I recall. So that's a 155. You're a 4.2. You know your square footage?
I did not. It's not listed on Zillow.
PropStream is going to tell me right now. I bet it's like 1,100. It's 1323. 1323.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're going to sell for like 160 all day, man. You sell for 160 all day. 165 there for 1,000. Yep, that's the same house, but smaller and not very nice. So you'll sell for 160 all day long. You rehab this. So this is, guys, I just want to let you know, this is a perfect fix and flip. This is a perfect fix and flip. So many people go after things that don't have comps here. I don't care about your condition. I know it's terrible, but it's like, this is exactly what we're looking for. Wow, what the hell is going on in the back of the property? That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, essentially, when I got on the phone with the realtor, he essentially said like he thought that the rehab was gonna be closer to 60. I thought it was supposed to 50 before I talked to him. And so then I'm like, okay, well, just not even overcomplicating it. My limit is going to be around 55, 58. Is that something that's doable? And he says, well, 70, 75 would be more close. And I said, okay, well, I'll send you an offer when I got the phone with you. And then I just talked on here and I said, well, the first thing you'll offer is offering 70, 75 too high, considering the rehab is so high.
I don't know why the rehab would be 60 or 70. But if you could, yeah, your thought process is exactly right, man. I'd love to get this at 50. This at 50. And I see so much reason for somebody to get this at 50. It can only sell to a flipper. It can only sell to a flipper. So I really, really like the opportunity you found. It's proven as hell. This is great. You know, this is a really perfect one. I wish everybody could take a page from your book here in identifying opportunities like this. Because you guys, we've been looking at a lot of multifamilies, but single family fix and flip is great too, because then you have retail buyers who are interested. So you have an amazing opportunity. And I'd say you got a lot of luck with this strategy if you continue to pursue it.
Definitely. I've been wholesaling for multiple years, and I joined about 5 or 6 months ago. And I just really like not overcomplicating it. You know, keep it simple, send the offers, and just the 100K, 70%. I'm getting a lot of good responses. So I hope I get some close here shortly.
Yeah. 70% works well for turnkeys. Sometimes fix and flips need to be lower, but bro, this is a great one, man. This is a great one. You can see that he's put the time in wholesaling because you just, you know, it's not a heavy rehab, which as an investor, I like. This is the type of stuff that I handle. And then on top of that, you've got comp after comp after comp after comp after comp after comp after comp. So dude, get this for 50 and you probably get like anywhere from 7 to 10 for that.
Okay, well, I'll keep you posted. Hopefully, I'm gonna send the offer off right now. So before anybody else jump in the chat, I'm gonna send it off right now. But I appreciate your help for sure.
Absolutely, dude. Great work on that.
Have a good one. Peace.
Bye. Okay. Donna, you got that address over to me?
Yes. I sent it to you.
Perfect. Let's check it out. 212. Okay. So I haven't looked at the address whatsoever, but I will say this. A house listed for 262 that you got for 212,000 would need to be a fix and flip because it will not cash flow. So it would need to be a flip. Hopefully it's not turnkey because we got no cash flow at that price. And it's a fix and flip. It's turnkey already. So it's already turnkey. I know you have a really good discount and I know this is going to be hard to hear here. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with this. So let's say that somebody rents this thing out. Let's say they're like, you know, I'm going to put a tenant in this property. We're going to go to Zillow rent. So we'll look at both types of investors. We got a flipper. It's a creative finance. This is a creative finance property, or it's intended for a retail buyer. So it looks like this because somebody thinks a retail buyer is going to live in the property, which they might live in the property. It looks like a great property. But let's look at it for investment purposes. So you got the discount needed, but it's just not on the type of property that we do this on. We do deals on these properties, but with creative finance. So here's the thing. Your property is going to rent for $2,100 and you're purchasing it for, you know, you say you got this thing at 212. Let's say you buy it for 220, $220,000, $44,000 is going to be your down payment. You're looking at a 7% interest rate on a 30-year amortization. That's going to be your monthly payment. And then your taxes and insurance are going to be 401 plus 92, call it 500. So 500 plus 1170. So you're paying $1,670 and you're renting for $2,000. So we take $2,000, we multiply it by 0.8 for vacancy and management, turns into $1,600. And then monthly, you're paying $1,670. So it cash flows. And I just knew by the price that it wouldn't cash flow. So the price lets me know it wouldn't cash flow. The only thing to do on a property like this is going to be not a fix and flip because it's already flipped. So we can't rent the property, right? Because it doesn't cash flow. We can't flip the property because it's already flipped. And then the discount is kind of a retail discount. A retail buyer might be interested in that discount, but not an investor. Because if you look at it, well, what is an investor going to do? Investor might rent out the property. Investor might flip the property. We can't rent the property and we can't flip the property. So there's really nothing that we can do for that investor. I would say this: offer $300,000 for this house. Offer $300K, $30K down, and monthly payments. So I would do 300K, Donna. I would do 30K down. I would do probably $1,000 per, well, 1,000's a little steep, honestly, because your taxes are high. 800 per month in payments for 6 years with a balloon payment. That's what I would do. And does that make sense as to the directions an investor would go, flipping it or renting it out?
Yes, but this wasn't initially seller finance. That's what I was scared for, basically. But she had said that he wasn't looking for it. And I actually kind of was thinking, well, maybe I should just tell her, look, and just picture it. So that's why I wanted to come up, because I'm like,
yeah,
I wasn't thinking it was going to work, but I just wanted to be sure,
Yeah, it's a fix and flip. So the other wholesaling can be boiled down to an intimate understanding of what the buyers are looking for, rental or fix and flip, right? What do buyers want to do with the property? Can I do this with this property? And then what the sellers are looking for. And here, I would imagine, since the property is staged, they might have flipped the property at some point in time, and perhaps they want their money out of the property. Like, I see a new railing on the house. I see a new roof. The siding looks great. So I would imagine they renovated the house at some point in time. And now a seller finance deal doesn't quite align with their expectations. So part of this is deal identification, not just the discount you get. I totally understand where you were going with the discount. It's just that we can't rent, we can't flip. And seller financing is definitely something we'd like to do, but maybe not aligning with the seller's expectations.
Okay. Thank you.
Best of luck, Donna. Good job. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
See ya. Bye-bye. Wait, I'm catching up with a car chat. We got a crazy car chat here. Yeah, Pam Bondi did lie under oath. Pam Bondi said that there are no documents in the Epstein files that mention Donald Trump or show that he has done any wrongdoing. And it's like there's mention after mention after mention after mention after mention, and then accusations from people we know are confirmed victims of Epstein. Remember, Epstein's quote was, "I've met many evil men, none quite as evil as Trump." And then in an email to Ghislaine, he says, "Trump is the only dog that hasn't barked." Keep in mind, Trump was found guilty of sexual misconduct in a civil trial. He appealed it 3 times, lost all 3 times. So is not going well. It's not going well for bro. However, I don't think there will be any accountability whatsoever. Anyways, Josh, let's chat, man.
Hey, what's up, man? The address I was asking about is in your DMs. It's a turnkey duplex in Detroit, and I'm trying to do a mortgage takeover type of deal. He's got a 2.9% interest rate, and my question is, what kind of value does that interest rate have to one of your end buyers to like dictate like how much of a down payment they're willing to go up to?
Sure, that's great. So duplexes are always desirable, and I would say you can go over 10% when you're doing creative finance on one of them because of the desirability. Looking at this,
go ahead. The offer that I made was like the standard, like 10% of the offer price, and like that was just rejected. Like, I'm not married to this deal. I'm just kind of trying to figure out the principle of or like the rule of thumb going forward. Like, what kind of value does the lower interest rate have to the buyer?
It kind of depends on what interest rate there is. So I would say interest rates that start with a 3 are awesome. But what's interesting is the mental difference between a 3.9 and a 4.1 is massive, even though the monetary difference is quite low. So there's definitely a mental perception of that. What interest rate do you have?
2.9.
Really good. Similarly, 2.9 difference between 3.1 is also pretty big. And then I see they owe about 150 something. We should definitely get a mortgage statement to confirm that. But dude, I would say this could be a deal up to probably 30K now. And
dude, okay, that's like I was doing the cash on cash calculations with 25, 35, 45, and it's like, for how much it rents out for, like they're getting 21.59 in rent right now. And that's like 700 under market value. But like, even with their lower rent, I mean, the thing like is like a 60-70% cash on cash.
Dude, yeah. So it's the rules are fluid. People are always like, what can I put down? What can I put down? I'm like, well, you know, it depends on a number of factors: your cash flow, your location, your interest rate. I call them pillars of a deal, but this deal has every pillar. So yeah, if you put 30 down on this, bro, you know, we'd probably still be able to sell it. Even 32, we'd probably still, you know, you wouldn't make a ton at 32, but you know, and guys, for those who are not privy to what I'm looking at right now, it's a 200K house, and I'm saying he could put 30K down. And why? Well, 2% interest rate. And then also he's got nice cash flow, and it's a duplex, and it's in Detroit area. So it's like, you know, this is standing on all 4 pillars. It's great.
All right, awesome. So like anywhere between like the the 25, 35 department, we can make it work.
25, 30. Probably 30. 30 would be if I'd be okay with 30. 25, slam dunk, man. You're going to make 10 plus thousand, maybe like 12K at that. If you get it for 30, it might only be like a 5K assignment, but there's something there.
Hey, you know what? I'm not greedy. All right.
My first assignment was $2,700, and it was life changing. I was like, no way, no way, no way, no way. And then my next one was 13,000, and the next month I closed 2 at once simultaneously for 15,000 in Ohio, and I was just like, holy shit, I'm doing this forever.
Hockey sticks on the equity chart there, man. Oh, hey, all you car people in chat, I see you. Like, whatever. My 2015 Mazda 3 would crush, right? That thing's got 6 gears. Okay.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It's got wheels and doors.
Dude, and sometimes it starts.
It's got wheels and doors. Wheels and doors. Anyways.
All right. Well, hey, thanks, man. Talk soon. Hopefully talk to your dispo team here pretty quick.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Just press hashtag submit and you can submit a deal.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. So, well, why did a 6 make its way in there? It was supposed to be said Mazda 3, but it says Mazda. Guys, you know what I kind of like that I've recently seen on the road? I kind of like the what's it called? I really like the new M5 wagon. Have you seen that, guys? The M5 wagon? It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. M5 wagon. The new one, M5 wagon. Let me just see. Yeah, that's pretty hard, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of clean. It's kind of clean. But the question is, what would you rather have? RS6 Avant or the M5 wagon? Is it called a Touring? What's it called? I'm so sore. Holy shit. Or I'm going to be. All right. Dude, JDM cars are cool. That's actually cool. I like that. I think there's a market for those. What are we looking at today? Oh, the penny board. The penny board. Okay, Chad, I'll let you, because this is kind of a niche thing. Would you rather do a penny board or a bidet? Penny board or a bidet? Bidet or penny board? Penny board or bidet? In the chat, let me know. Penny board, bidet. Guys, put your opinions in the chat. It's pretty half and half right now. Remember, penny board, bidet. Bidet is kind of winning right now, but there's a lot of penny board. You know what? I'll let the user decide. I'll let the user decide. It's whatever you want. Bidet or penny board. We could do either. Or I'll give you $30 cash. Bidet, penny board, $30 cash. Those are your options for today. Bidet, penny board, $30 cash. Bidet, bro? Yes, absolutely bidet. I've given away probably 50 plus bidets. Bidet, penny board, or $30 cash. What are we looking at here, guys? I'm giving you some options. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do... We're going to do... Gosh, everybody's cheating nowadays. What question should I ask? Everybody's cheating nowadays. Look at that. They didn't appeal my restriction. It's terrible. I did your giveaway thing, but I didn't win. I do more. It's not the only giveaway. What addition percentages math? Addition. Wow. Hold on. I'm coming up with my question, guys. I'm coming up with my question. All right. Here's my question. Solve for x. 8x plus 16 equals 24. X equals, it's a pretty easy one. It's a pretty easy one. And that's our winner right there, bro. There's our winner. So we'll give him 3 options. That's our winner. X equals 1. So how are we gonna approach this? We're gonna subtract the 16 from the 24. That's gonna give us 8, and we're gonna divide by 8 by 8. So it's gonna be 1. Anyways, that's gonna be this dude right here. Hello, M. It won't show me your name. M something.
Hello.
We got a couple options for you today. We got $30 cash. We got a penny board, which is like kind of a skateboard thing, longboard skateboard thing, and then we also have a bidet. We got the bidet.
Yeah, why not? I'll take a penny board.
He'll take the penny board. He'll take the penny board. Okay, let's see what they have in stock. I'll take the penny board. Penny board. These things are pricey. All right.
Are they?
Yes, that's how I have options, but that's okay. That's what we won. So I got to find Penny Australia because there's so many off-brand. So many off-brand. Okay, let me share my screen. You tell me if any of these specs stand out to you, okay? We have black, another black, yellow, blue, pink, vomit, and orange. This one and this one. These two are really cool. These are pleasing colors right here. I like those colors. You got pink. You got, ooh, that's a nice color too right there. I like that one. I mean, you got whatever this thing is.
The green ones look cool, but I think the dark blue at the top sounds cool to me.
Dark blue at the top. We got a number of dark blues. This guy right here?
Yeah, either of those. The 50, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, got you. So DM me name, address, phone number. We'll ship it to you, okay?
Okay, I think I had something in the past where I have that there, but wait, let me bring the DM to the top.
Oh, yeah, I should be able to check that if you did. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Damn, why did it sign me out of my Amazon account? Why did that happen? Really? Damn, it signed me out. Trying to figure out my Amazon account on hold temporarily. Oh man. No, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm gonna order it on my phone. Amazon. Please tell me I didn't get signed out here either. Okay. They probably think I'm drop shipping. That's probably why. They probably think I'm drop shipping with the amount of random stuff I order. Certainly they think I'm drop shipping. Penny Australia. Let's see if we can find that again. The blue one was around. Yes, I found it. Add to cart. Yes, I'm not signed out on my phone. Perfect. Proceed to checkout, and then we got to change the address. And change delivery address. Add new address. And this new address will be for, okay. San Diego still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Same address.
No suite number or anything?
Nope. No.
Got you locked
No suite
in.
number. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. This is supposed to be there February 17th through 18th, okay?
Sounds great.
Talk soon. See you later. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
All right, chat. I'm heading out. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate y'all. TikTok, if you want to get started, the link is in my bio. You just click the link in my bio to hunt for that investor criteria. Same thing with everybody on Instagram. And then also same thing with everybody on YouTube. Guys, I'll catch you on the next one. We will be live tomorrow for another 3 hours of calls. Bye-bye. All right, YouTube. Catch you later. Same with y'all. Bye-bye. Heading out. Link is in my bio.